Yeah, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Depends on your time and your location. This is one of your humble servants, the real Biafra TV, greeting you from my location and also bringing the message of hope to you and also try to remind us the things that we are going to face through in the nearest future or as we are stepping into our election period, the challenges and also how other things that we are going to see. So you should know that those things has happened somewhere before it now gets to our hands or before it starts happening to us as the Biafran people. So please, my people of Biafra, as you come in, may you like and share the program. As I am taking my time to share to the contact I have in my phones, so please endeavor to do that. We are here to let you know the things that we must face through. Now we are preparing for election, the challenges that we are going to face, and how other countries has also faced the challenges. I see my brother, Chidubem Emmanuel. You are the first today. You are welcome. Good evening from here and happy Sunday, happy weekend also. The things that we have to face and the things that we have to pass through, we must pass through those things. Those things are not going to run away from us, or either we are going to run away from those challenges. You will have this good country called Biafra without challenges. It will not happen. We will face challenges. We will face challenges. We will counter many things on this our final push. And remember that the final push is always very tough and very strong. The final push is always very tough. The final push is also what is going to trigger how much you love and you trust your government and how everything is going to work for us. That is how the final push it is. In a movement like this that we are into, that we back up on, to make sure that we restore our land, to make sure that we take our land from Britain and the amalgamation document of forceful reunion of Nigeria, that we and all what's known, that we as the Biafran people are passing through today. So, we are here today to encourage you for things you will see from now to November. How the rebel in the midst of us is going to try to stop everything, and how they are going to be countering everything that the government is implementing out, why on their own they cannot implement or do such things in their own life. I hope you are following. That is why we are here. So please, as you come, like and share. So we will have 3-in-1 program this evening, so we can be able to accomplish everything we have this evening. Please, my people, it is very imperative as you do so. Please, like and share, subscribe on this page, Biafra TV, so turn notification on, so you can also know when we are live like this, and you know that we are direct. What we are fighting for against principality and powers, the principality and powers of Nigeria, of foreign countries, of the rebel in the midst of us. All this is what we are passing through. That is why we are here to give you those things that will make you to be strong more and more so you may understand how everything works. I don't want you to panic. Rather, I want you to be strong. That is why I want to tell you before we begin into the real deal. Our official declaration, our severance document, our grievances document, and also our vote document. All of them there is a reason why they are happening. But I want you to know that before we go into the main deal today, as we're waiting for our people to come in to like and share this program, please. That is what we are waiting. Once we get our 10 like, have you shared the program as you come in? If you have liked, have you shared for the message to go viral? Maybe we get our 10 like. We are on 3. Then we move on to bring out the things we have in mind to share with you in this hallowed afternoon or evening time or morning that it is on Sunday that we are enjoying our weekend, or some of us went for outing for today. Many things are going on. Many things are going on. In Imo State, one of the states in Biafra land, a lot of things are going on. Those that are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are not even the Northerners either. It's the Southeast politicians and businessmen. They are the one trying to off the light of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mas Simon Ekpa. When they have done that, they have also off our own light. That is why we will not give them the chance to do that evil that they have in their mind. Rather, we are going to fight to make sure that we end their evil plan in our life. My people of Biafra, it is very imperative that you understand the time we are into. That the time is very, very important for all of us to do what? To pay attention on things that are happening around us. And also for you to be very vigilant and observe everything that passes on your way. Even when you close your eyes, you can articulate what is about to happen. When you see something in Biafra land, you say something by the code that governments are going to give you very soon. The whistle might work in this time of our election also. As we are training our people, lecturing them about the whistle, we may come back to finish that lecture of how you can use the whistle to decode, how you can understand the sign of the whistle and what does it mean and what the whistle stands for. That's our whistle survivor. Today, you could not see enemy talk about it anymore. Everywhere is quiet. You know? What you don't know is bigger than you. When you don't know, you claim within a space of time, you will fail out. That is exactly what we are seeing today. That's what is happening. When it's come newly, it will the media, the YouTube, the Facebook, everywhere to be hot for 1 week or highest 2 weeks. Everywhere. Later, everything will calm down. My father usually tell me that if you are now 3 months everywhere, joy. Have you still seen them talking about the whistle today? Have they still talking about the whistle? The answer is no. Because what they don't know is bigger than them. And when you are claiming, you are making a mistake. Remember that we are fighting against power and principalities. All these things are not even only in Nigeria. Despite that Nigeria are #1 key actor. You fight Britain, you fight America, you fight all these people that are fighting us. We must be strong, Biafran people. Now that we are going to election, we are going to face challenges. Have you prepared yourself as those changes are coming for you to stand up and know that these are challenges that we must first eat? The challenges will come from the so-called CRC. The challenges will come from so-called fallback. The challenges will come from Adandosho. The challenges will come from Faceless Unite. The challenges will come from Nigeria. And all the Southeast governors and those one Nigeria list that are living in the midst of us. So we have counts how many challenges that we are going to face. Before I count those challenges, I want to thank those on the comment section. I see you clearly. The first one today is my brother Chidubemi Manel, and the boss 90969. I see Honorable Chus. Good evening from here. Good evening. I see Juliet. Good evening from here. Happy Sunday to you all. Thank you so much as I see all your comments. What we are doing is very important that we continue. The challenges that we are going to face, we must mention them. We must know them. We must know those that are going to bring those challenges. So when they start throwing out, you won't be panic. I am telling you this word. I am asking this question as a Biafran. Have you prepared yourself more than the way you are before? Have you prepared yourself more than the way you are before? When all these things boil down to an internal conflict, are you going to still stand? Are you going to denounce being a Biafran? Like what's happening the time of the war with the Nigerian government and with Britain, with the country that hurt us in the beginning. Even at going point, people are denying and they will still hide them. Are you going to stop? Do you know that this upcoming election is a challenge in our movement? Jennifer, good morning. I say good evening from here. Happy Sunday. Do you know that this upcoming election is a challenge to you as a Biafran? Please, as you come, please like and share the program. I want you to know how many challenges we are going to face. We know Nigeria is number one challenge. Number one, Nigeria. Number two in the challenge, IPOB, one Nigeria. There will be a challenge. Number three, fallback will be a challenge. Be writing the challenges down. Number four, you know Omadam Rumi on the highway. They are going to be a challenge. It has become 40 account for you. CRC is going to become a challenge. Faceless Unite and those are going to become a challenge. You have 7 or 5 challenges that are ahead of us as we are preparing for our election. As we are preparing to this election, have you prepared your mind that no matter what comes, no matter what may happen, that you are going to stand strong on the side of the government? I am asking a question in the comment section. Have you prepared yourself more than the way you were before? When you see P2B, it's a challenge, number one. When you see Nigeria in question, number two is a challenge. When you see IPOB, number three is a challenge into the government by conducting an election. When you see fallback, number 4 is a challenge. I am counting. Are you counting with me? When you see CRC, number 5 is a challenge to the Biafran people. When you see Njemeko, the so-old Biafra, the so-called old Liberation Army, number 6, there will be a challenge. Have you taken your time to count all these things? When you see Faceless Unite Hadandosho, number 7, there are challenges. There is 7 challenges ahead of us in next 1 month, or more than 1 month to go. That is why I ask you, I want to know, within your mind and in your comment, have you prepared yourself for these challenges? that are coming. People of Old Anambra, people of Odimebu, people of Ikemba, people of Omambala, have you prepared yourself against these 7 challenges that are coming up in less than 1 month? Have you prepared as some rebel in the midst of us? We say that the election does not matter, the election does not count, it's nothing. Have you? I'm asking a question in the comment section. Have you prepared yourself? Because now, what you speak out from your mouth is what is inside your heart. What you put in the comment section is what you feel. Have you prepared yourself ahead these 7 tasks that is ahead of us? These 7 challenges that we are going to pass through? Or are you going to withdraw your support? Are you going to deny being a Biafra under United States of Biafra government? Be thinking while we play a video of what is happening before we go into the things I have to do today. YouTube, permit me to use this.
Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are all over the world. Welcome back to my channel. It is still your one and only 24/7 news boss. We are here to bring you another fresh update concerning the IPOB. And if you are joining us for the first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like and share this video, and also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our breaking stories. In today's update, we'll dive deep into a shocking development that has once again sent waves of fear and tension across the southeast region. A disturbing gun battle between the Biafran army and the Zoo military in Ehime Mbano, Imo State
is happening also.
This incident, which reportedly happened late in the night, has not only shaken the local residents, but has reignited serious national debates about insecurity, governance, and the quest for peace in the southeast. Stay tuned as we unpack eyewitness accounts, local reactions, and expert opinions, and explore what this means for the Zoo nation as a whole. It was a quiet night in Ehime Mbano, Imo State until it wasn't. According to multiple online videos circulating on social media, heavy gunfire erupted between men believed to be members of the Biafran Liberation Army and personnel of the Zoo military. The confrontation reportedly lasted for several minutes, with flashes of gunfire lighting up the dark skyline and the echo of bullets spreading fear miles away. Residents who witnessed the incident say it began around 11 p.m. when suspected Biafran army allegedly stormed the military camp. What followed was a gun duel that left the entire community in chaos. Eyewitnesses described the sound as terrifying, like a full-blown war. One resident who spoke to our reporters under anonymity said, "It was like a movie. We were all laying flat on the floor. No one knew what was happening. The sound of the guns was too much, and by morning, we saw military vehicles everywhere." When daylight finally broke, the community of Ehime Mbano was covered in silence. Not peace, but fear. Shops remained closed, the roads were empty, and residents moved quietly, afraid of possible reprisal or renewed confrontation. Another local man told our reporters, "We are living in fear now. Nobody sleeps peacefully anymore. When you hear gunshots at night, you just hold your children and pray." Let's sit back and watch the short video.
Yes, they are wrong. They are wrong. They say, yes, Mbano. Here is Mbano. Ehime Mbano. Army camp. It was a local government that turned it to army camp. Angels are here. Angels are here. Angels are here. Angels are here. If you not get to it, you not come. If you not get to it, come. If you not get to it, you not come around. Today is October. Date. Today is October. Today And we are here for the October movement. Date. Today is October. Date. Today is October. Date. Today is October. Date. Today should be either 7th or 8th of October. We are here in a Himembano local government army camp. They say they know the fear. We are burning down their vehicle.
This is what is going on in Biafra land. But I want to tell you one thing. All these things are not being done by the United States of Biafra. The rebels are doing this. The Biafra government has finally found a means of getting and solving our problems. That is what the government is doing right now, my people. When you had all this and it's happening, that is why the government distanced themselves from so-called Gentile and his men. We don't want our Biafra in this way. But if that is the only alternative, after we have done all the protocol, all the principles of the UN charters and the international global community, and it does not come, we have no option to go that way they want us to go. Before we go into the challenges that we're going to face, my people, there is something we want. That is why the program is all about 3-in-1. Sorry, 2-in-1 today. We want to know how some country in Africa got their independence. We want to know. A country like Namibia, how do they got their independence from South Africa? How did Namibia that got their independence from South Africa? After all what happened to Africa, as a country called Namibia was carved out from Africa, from South Africa. And how did they got it? A country called Eritrea was carved out from Ethiopia. So we have got many countries like that in Africa. The process we are going is what other people has passed through on it. That is why it's our right to do what we are doing. Namibia was carved. You heard about Namibia. Namibia as a country in Africa. They break away from South Africa. In what year? And how do they break away from South Africa? It's the hard time you are going around Africa researching to know how other countries got away and have their own independence. Because all these countries in Africa did not fall from heaven. All this country in Africa today, they did not fall from heaven. There is a process they pass through before they become a country. Let's quickly go to check from a country called Namibia, how they got their independence from South Africa. Let us see how Namibia get their independence from South Africa. We may also see how Eritrea got their independence from South Africa. Sorry, Eritrea get their independence from Ethiopia. Many countries, there is from where they got their independence. There is where they from come out. They did not fall. All the full 54 countries in Africa did not fall from heaven. So, for we Biafran people, we are not going to fall from heaven. We must fall. We must get our procedure the way other countries get their procedure. Thank you for liking. Thank you for being here. I see you all. I see Namzie. Thank you so much. I see Richard. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Let us check how Namibia got their independence and from where, in which year. Let us listen.
Namibia's independence from South Africa was a complex, decades-long process, 1966 to 1990, driven by a combination of armed struggle, international diplomacy, and geopolitical shifts. The process unfolded across three main fronts. 1. The armed struggle, 1966 to 1989. The key actor in the armed struggle was the Southwest Africa People's Organization, SWAPO, specifically its armed wing, the People's Liberation Army of Namibia, PLAN. 1966. The conflict officially began on August 26, 1966, with SWAPO's first armed attack on the South African Defence Force, SADF, at Omagulagwambash. This marked the start of the South African Border War, or the Namibian War of Independence. Guerrilla warfare. PLAN operated mainly from bases in neighboring Angola and Zambia, conducting guerrilla attacks against South African military and administrative targets in the north of Namibia. The Angolan connection. The struggle became deeply entangled with the Angolan Civil War. South Africa frequently intervened in Angola to attack SWAPO bases and support anti-communist forces, UNITA. This regionalization of the conflict brought in Cuban troops to support the Angolan government, MPLA, and, indirectly, to check the SADF's power. 2. The international and legal pressure, 1966 to 1978. The international community played a decisive role by consistently delegitimizing South Africa's control. Revocation of the Mandate, 1966. After World War I, the territory, then Southwest Africa, was placed under South Africa's mandate by the League of Nations. South Africa refused to relinquish it to UN trusteeship. In 1966, the UN General Assembly officially revoked South Africa's mandate, declaring its continued presence illegal and asserting that Namibia was under the direct responsibility of the UN. ICJ rulings. The International Court of Justice, ICJ, issued several crucial advisory opinions. A 1971 ICJ ruling confirmed the illegality of South Africa's presence in Namibia and called on UN member states to refrain from any dealings with South Africa that implied recognition of its authority over the territory. Recognition of SWAPO, 1973. The UN officially recognized SWAPO as the sole and authentic representative of the Namibian people. UN Resolution 435, 1978. This became the universally accepted blueprint for independence. It called for a ceasefire, the withdrawal of South African forces, and the deployment of a United Nations Transition Assistance Group, UNTAG, to oversee free and fair elections. 3. The Diplomatic Resolution and Final Transition, 1988 to 1990. The path to independence was ultimately opened by a major geopolitical shift. The Tripartite Agreement, 1988. The military stalemate in Angola, notably following the Battle of Quito Cuanavale, 1987-1988, created conditions for a diplomatic solution. US-mediated talks between Angola, Cuba, and South Africa led to the New York Accords in December 1988. This agreement stipulated the withdrawal of all Cuban troops from Angola, the simultaneous implementation of UN Resolution 435 leading to Namibia's independence, UNTAG deployment, 1989. The UN Transition Assistance Group, UNTAG, was deployed to Namibia in April 1989. Its role was to supervise the registration of voters, monitor the South African police, supervise the demobilization of forces, and ensure a free and fair electoral process. Elections and independence, 1989-1990. Constituent Assembly elections were held in November 1989 under UN supervision, with a high voter turnout. SWAPO won a clear majority. The Constituent Assembly drafted and adopted the country's constitution. On March 21, 1990, Namibia was officially granted independence, with SWAPO leader Sam Nujoma sworn in as the first president.
This is Africa. How Namibia, Angola, South Africa all this was in the past. How Namibia got their independence from South Africa, even from Angola. When people march up to fight against them, they did not stop what they're doing. I want to play it one more again before I will explain it and refer it to what the Biafran people are doing today. You have how many years? From the years you had here, from 1966 to 1978, is it how many years that Namibia fought for? From 1967 to 1970 to 2025, is it how many years of Biafran people seeking for their freedom? Is it how many years? These are part of the things that we need to start checkmating things that we are doing on our own. If such a thing has happened anywhere in Africa in the past, did all the countries in Africa, did they fall from heaven? They move from one place to another place. They from another country to become their own countries. Emmanuel, good evening. I can see you, a new person. You are welcome. I can see Mon. You are welcome. I can see Fidelis. You are welcome. Thank you for coming in. Please, as you come, please like and share. Subscribe on our YouTube page, Biafra. This page stands for anything about Biafra. Under the United States of Biafra government, I volunteer myself. Nobody is paying me because I want freedom. The way the people of Namibia stood up, the way the people of Eritrea stood up and fought Ethiopia to get their independence, the way South Sudan fight with Sudan is what we are passing through. It's not a crime, but our own look like a crime in the eyes of the world. Let us listen to this again before we go into deep analysis that we have today.
Namibia's independence from South Africa was a complex, decades-long process, 1966 to 1990, driven by a combination of armed struggle, international diplomacy, and geopolitical shifts. The process unfolded across three main fronts. 1. The armed struggle, 1966 to 1989. The key actor in the armed struggle was the Southwest Africa People's Organization, SWAPO, specifically its armed wing, the People's Liberation Army of Namibia, PLAN. 1966. The conflict officially began on August 26, 1966, with SWAPO's first armed attack on the South African Defence Force, SADF, at Omagulagwambash. This marked the start of the South African Border War, or the Namibian War of Independence. Guerrilla warfare. PLAN operated mainly from bases in neighboring Angola and Zambia, conducting guerrilla attacks against South African military and administrative targets in the north of Namibia. The Angolan connection. The struggle became deeply entangled with the Angolan Civil War. South Africa frequently intervened in Angola to attack SWAPO bases and support anti-communist forces, UNITA. This regionalization of the conflict brought in Cuban troops to support the Angolan government, MPLA, and, indirectly, to check the SADF's power. 2. The international and legal pressure, 1966 to 1978. The international community played a decisive role by consistently delegitimizing South Africa's control. Revocation of the Mandate, 1966. After World War I, the territory, then Southwest Africa, was placed under South Africa's mandate by the League of Nations. South Africa refused to relinquish it to UN trusteeship. In 1966, the UN General Assembly officially revoked South Africa's mandate, declaring its continued presence illegal and asserting that Namibia was under the direct responsibility of the UN. ICJ rulings. The International Court of Justice, ICJ, issued several crucial advisory opinions. A 1971 ICJ ruling confirmed the illegality of South Africa's presence in Namibia and called on UN member states to refrain from any dealings with South Africa that implied recognition of its authority over the territory. Recognition of SWAPO, 1973. The UN officially recognized SWAPO as the sole and authentic representative of the Namibian people. UN Resolution 435, 1978. This became the universally accepted blueprint for independence. It called for a ceasefire, the withdrawal of South African forces, and the deployment of a United Nations Transition Assistance Group, UNTAG, to oversee free and fair elections. 3. The Diplomatic Resolution and Final Transition, 1988 to 1990. The path to independence was ultimately opened by a major geopolitical shift. The Tripartite Agreement, 1988. The military stalemate in Angola, notably following the Battle of Quito Cuanavale, 1987-1988, created conditions for a diplomatic solution. US-mediated talks between Angola, Cuba, and South Africa led to the New York Accords in December 1988. This agreement stipulated the withdrawal of all Cuban troops from Angola, the simultaneous implementation of UN Resolution 435, leading to Namibia's independence, UNTAG deployment, 1989. The UN Transition Assistance Group, UNTAG, was deployed to Namibia in April 1989. Its role was to supervise the registration of voters, monitor the South African police, supervise the demobilization of forces, and ensure a free and fair electoral process. Elections and independence, 1989-1990. Constituent Assembly elections were held in November 1989 under UN supervision, with a high voter turnout. SWAPO won a clear majority. The Constituent Assembly drafted and adopted the country's constitution. On March 21, 1990, Namibia was officially granted independence, with SWAPO leader Sam Nujoma sworn in as the first president.
Are you hearing it? From 1966 to 1980, how many years? I'm asking on the comment section. From 1966 to 1980, is it how many years? Then also, after you have answered that one, you also help me sort this one out also. From 1967 to 1970 to 2025, is it how many years that the Biafran people are looking for freedom? Our own becomes a crime because we have oil, because we have no resources. That is why our own becomes a crime, because of Nigeria is involved. The same way that South Africa treated people of Namibia is the same way Nigeria is dealing with us. But what ended it up that Namibia finally got their independence on which year? They got their independence on March 26th or March 21st, 1990. That is when they finally get their freedom. This year and next year is our turn. It will not pass us by. It's not going to pass us by because we have suffered enough. We have suffered enough. We as the Biafran people, we have suffered enough. The process they asked us to go, we have overmet those criteria. We as the Biafran people has overmet the criteria they asked us to meet after all this shenanigans. We are now breaking it down, giving explanation, and bringing what we are passing, how the road that Namibia pass is the same thing with us. No difference. I take my time to search the same country who passed through what we the Biafran people is passing through right now. And it happened to be Namibia. Today they are a country. Are they not a country? They are a country on their own. That is the truth that we all must know. Please, as you come, please like and share so other people know that we are live and we are direct this evening. Let us go on.
Namibia's independence from South Africa was a complex, decades-long process, 1966 to 1990, driven by a combination of armed struggle, international diplomacy, and geopolitical shifts.
Do you listen? Do you pay attention? Namibia independence from South Africa was a complex and a decade-long process from 1960 to 1990. Remember, even when we Biafran people were fighting in 1967, Namibia passing that the same way that we are passing through. Namibia continuously pushing, continuously fighting. Their independence divided by a combination of armed struggle, international diplomacy, and the geographical shift. That is what now after reading this, I say, oh, this is where Obato Obie read history of Namibia and what's happened between them and South Africa. That is why I told you that we are using multiple dimensions: armed struggle, diplomatic, and the international recognition. All this is three major political movements. Yes. That is the truth, my brother. The only government that this platform talk about is United States of Biafra as the real legitimate government of the people. We want to know what happened. I ask a question, I need an answer in the comment section. Between 1966 to 1990, how many years? Is it how many years? Then you also come and do this arithmetic to me. Between 1967 to 2025, how many years? Please, I want people in the comment section, because it is an interactive session between you and I. We want to get something out from this Namibia history. Namibia as a country. How they got their own independence. They got it in 3 factors: armed struggle, international diplomacy, and the geopolitical shift. This is the 3 way Obia called multiple dimension. We are not only the first country ever in the world who look for their freedom with armed struggle. We are not only. Why our own becomes so difficult? Number 1 is because we have oil. Because of our own mineral resources that Chukwu Okabima used to bless us. That is number 1. Number 2, the country that we are fighting to liberate from. The country is not even hard. Our problem is our own people. Our problem is our own people. It's our problem. Our problem, why we are still on this, is because of our people betrayal. Because of the betrayed Ojukwu. His own senior brother is the one who betrayed Ojukwu. Then Ifajula now join hand. Remember, the senior brother of Ojukwu is not the Ifajuna. Ifajuna is another different person on his own. Then the senior brother of Chukwuemeka Ojukwu is another person. These people are colluded to betray Ojukwu. That is why. So our problem is us, and that is what we see seeing today. That is why we see Jovika talking trash, which is the one saying his name is Dibia Onwegushe. And all this Iken Guru Agu and all this RCC, all these fallback people, they are the setback that we are facing. But when we go into our challenges, then you hear these people or these white people, what they call those that bring those challenges to us, the name they give to them. That's why I told that the program is 2 in 1 today. After we have finished with Namibia, then we will go to our own challenges. We have 7 challenges in this less than 1 month that we are going to conduct our election in Biafra land. If Namibia can get their independence from South Africa, what is holding the Biafran people having their own independence from Nigeria? Must we die in Nigeria, UN, before you will know that we have fought a lot for a very long time? UN, or do you don't know about the genocidal war against Biafran people in 1967 to 1970? What is holding this our freedom? Despite what our people are sabotaging us. But you said those people are sabotaging the new country was declared. They are rebel in the midst of the people of their own, like what the Red Finland people did against the white people. You have all these documents with you, but you hide it. But I thank God that we are going deep down to get every document that you hide from us. Namibia use 3 ways. Yes, Egu John, Sabo everywhere. Our people is our problem. But when you go down deep to ask, the international law will tell you that they know those people as rebel. Why are they listening to those people? Now, example, why the UN are listening to a IPOB organization? They see them as rebel, but instead of them to do the right thing, to stop the incessant IPI in Biafra land, to stop all these things, they continue because they are benefiting from Nigeria. The way they were, because of the world are not benefiting from South Africa, they come quickly to serve the people of Namibia. That is why I told you, I asked this question. Between 1966 to 1990, how many years? Please, I ask the question. Do you think they would tell us that Namibia did not stop fighting? But what of you who pressure Ojukwu to stop the fight by giving him a difficult situation to fight the war? Refuse to assist him. Or even though that nobody sponsored or nobody back up Angola, not back up Namibia, but the international community back up and 24 years. Juliet, thank you so much. These 24 years, is it for the Biafran people or for the Namibian people? I want it to be separate so people may understand what we're doing on the comment section. I want this one like this, from 1966 to 1970. To 1990 for Namibia. I want it like that. So just in the comment section, I want someone to help me to put it in this way. Then also the Biafran people between 1967 to 2025, how many years of our own and how many years of the Namibian people before they'll be able to get their independence on March 21, 1990. I want it to be separate. So help me to calculate as I'm doing the talking here. So it will be an interactive, very important session between all of us. Thompson, I see you. Good evening from here. Thank you so much. You was here in the morning and you are here also. That means that you will turn your notification on. Imagine for Namibia, from 1966 to 1990 is 24 years. Now, what of the from 1967 to 2025? How many years that the world are close their eyes on all? Because from after the war till today, the Biafran people seek on agitating. They did not go into armed conflict. But look at it here. Namibia, divided by a combination of three: armed struggle, international diplomacy, and the geopolitical shift. Namibia, their leader was not arrested by anybody, but he was arrested. Wasn't enough. Mazdan Khan was arrested in the first place, second time kidnapping. Today, Simon Ekpa was arrested and sentenced to 6 years in Finland because of what? The same fighting that Namibia fought, and they got the independence from South Africa in 1990, March 21. That is when Namibia got their independence from South Africa. Not only them, Eritrea got their own independence from Ethiopia. We will see all this. So why I'm bringing all this to you? For us to know that people has passed the process that we are passing through right now. Hi, good evening. I can see you. Thank you for coming on our page. This is the Biafran people. We are here to get our freedom from the hands of Nigeria. You will not just first start and work with other countries. It's now that we have fully declared our independence, fighting to defend our land, that we have access to work with other countries with our document. That is why you must support the government. Ebu John. When Namibia is fighting, did you hear that a country first support them? They start their fight by themselves. The process unfolding across the main factors that's happening in Namibia and South Africa. Now let us see how other countries intervene. Our own movement today, we have passed this level. where we are, despite the sabos in the midst of us, those who know it too much, those who give too much advice, those who refuse to understand that independency, there is a process we must undergo before you have your independency. But this is the fact in front of us. Let us continue.
Process unfolded across three main fronts. 1. The armed struggle, 1966 to 1989. The key actor in the armed struggle was the Southwest Africa People's Organization, SWAPO, specifically its armed wing, the People's Liberation Army of Namibia, PLAN.
Do you hear that? Armed struggle in 1966 to 1989. Namibia was into armed struggle, like the Biafran people. I want to connect the dots so you will know that your government is on the right track. It's not, it's lie, John. It's a lie. We have people, we have countries, we have individuals who have capacity to enter into, to speak to Biafra people inside UN. There is a process. That is why you must believe in United States of Biafra, who are going through that process. There is a process, there is a timeline, there is a criteria. You will not just stand up, start campaigning. That is why we have congressmen. That is why the United States of Biafra have their lobby and they hide it. They want you to know, because when people know, they will sabotage it again. So everything is going on very soon. That is why our DPM will told you, go and sleep. That the work is doing. But we're not going to sleep, because people of Namibia, they don't sleep until they finally got their independence. 24 years is what it took them. 24 years is what it took Namibia before they can be able to get their own independence from South Africa alone. That is what it got to them. That is how they got their own independence. Please, if you never like the program, please like and share the program, please. We want more people to join, so this message can go viral. Have you shared the program? If it's your first time coming to this platform, you will see a 3 dot in front of you. On your right hand side, the way I'm pointing my hand, check on your phone if you never subscribe. If you never like the program, then you will see like. When you touch that 3 dots, when you see that 3 dots, then click on that 3 dots, it will open. You will see like and dislike. Then you also see share. You can also share the program. So please. Yes, US government is moving very strong and very fast. They are doing everything they're supposed to do. They are maintaining all the criteria. They are maintaining all the protocol. They are observing all of them. That is why we are moving very fast. Thank you for that comment. That kind of comment I need to see from our people, for me to know that they believe in the government of United States of Biafra. The key armed struggle in 1966 to 1989 of which people? Of the Namibia people. The key actor in the armed struggle was the South Africa people organizing SWAPO, especially it is arm wing, the People's Liberation Army of Namibia. Namibia go into armed struggle. The question, why our own is so difficult, why our own is so different from what other countries have done in the past. In 1966, the conflict officially began on August 26 in 1966 with SWAPO, first armed attack on South Africa Defense Force, SADF. The people of Namibia attack the military base of South Africa. On which day? On August 26, 1966. Biafra people have never attacked any military base. And it's like this. We don't intend to attack any military base. That is why we ask Nigeria to live in our land, to move out from our land peacefully. And when you see those claiming they are army, they don't know what the Liberation Army is doing and their makeup. Listen to the history of Namibia, what their military, when they're in liberation phase, what they did. They attacked South Africa military base. And you claim you are triple general. I'm triple general. I am the general of the Biafran people. Gentle the Yahoo. Doing what? Juliet, thank you so much for taking that time to explain this. From our own, it takes Namibia 24 years in hands of South Africa. But the Biafran people, we are on a 55 years mission without accomplished. When you see the so idiot IPOB them, they don't count how many that have left. When you see the fallback, Sonny Akurawans and the Ogen criminals, it's what we are doing. It took Namibia 24 years to set themselves free from Namibia, from South Africa. The Biafran people, we are on 55 good years, over 2 decades. A decade is 12 years. That is 1 decade. Check how many decades that we have into. 24 is 2 decades. Plus another, how many is left? Check it there. You might not see and see what we are saying. Why, when you see anybody who is talking down on this government, you question you one on the same country with you, it would have mapia my God on Anya. For 59 years, UN, EU, the Biafran people are fighting for their freedom. 59 good years fighting. What take Namibia 24 years? Minus 24 inside 59. You will know the wasted time over long agitation without action. Namibia first started their movement with armed struggle. That's what you were saying. Now gonna talk more where the Nigerian government find out that they leave Simon that what he's creating with the Biafra Liberation Army under his command is going to draw the attention of the UN and other countries very fast. That is why they take him away and they call the fallback people to come and fall back. For how many years are we going to fall back into? For how many years are we going to be on the ground? For how many years are we going to be on the ground because of we are fighting for freedom without accomplishing it? A mission without a target of accomplish is missionless. That is fallback for you. That is in the fallback. They don't have mission. They are agitating. For how many years? We have taken 59 years to agitate for Biafra without achieving it. Why can't we change the movement? That is why Simon, but the Prime Minister comes in and change the movement. Now, minus the 5 years of Simon that we have achieved something, and they left the how many years that left? IPOB of Nigeria, which was Rike, has used 54 years, achieving nothing. And Rike is getting old. The journey he started when he's young. He's getting old. He's like somebody who went to school without having intention to graduate. And your parents are paying money. Your parents are continuously paying money for 59 years. That is why I told you that people are contributing are getting tired. The only thing that gives people hope to contribute is United States of Biafra. That is what gives them morale this time around. And you can say people are falling in moreover. They are turning back to the government. Our passport, our ID card is getting more ready and ready as the days are drawing very close. And you are here, falling back. You are on the RCC. You are Faceless Unite. Shame on you. Shame on you for doing that. A very big shame on you. I'm sorry for you. Because for we who believe in declaration under USB government, we are moved forward. What we are doing on this platform is different from what you will see from every other platform. So I don't know whether you like what I'm doing, but this is only things I can do. I don't know how to. I Mass Humble Lion swear to finish and the Mass Humble Lion is fleeshing, is frustrating and making the woman to run mad. Kai Report is the outside doing his own. Ezekuna son. Ada Simon, Biafran Exodus, Kai Report, Rose, and our brothers in the S handles, they're all doing their job perfectly. That is why when you come here, I am sorry if maybe the program is boring for you. When you come here, what you are going to hear is what you don't believe. You don't know what I'm going to discuss, honestly, because there is no picture to put to prove to you what I want to discuss. So I don't know whether you want us to continue. I want to see those that want us to continue this evening. Or you want to go to where you talk about Ade Orama. Want to hear about the other different things. It's okay. If that's the way you want to go, Maz Humble Lion is alive. It's live right now. You can join him. Do you want us to continue more? Do you want us to continue? That is my question. On this path that we have choose to. I hope you have seen that armed conflict is not a crime. Okay, Juliet and Steven say continue. Thank you so much. Yes, Anthony, Emeka, thank you. So, Anthony, where have you been? For me, I could not see you. Even Sister Juliet, it's a very long time I saw two of you last in the comment section. But I think that people are here today. Thank you so much. So the process now, if they ask you what Namibia, what the Namibia people pass through, is it not the same that we are passing through today? I see many countries' history when I was making this research, but I find out that the Namibia own from South Africa is the same thing that we are passing through. Do you know that South Africa refused when even UN asked them to leave and give Namibia their sovereign land and stay away from them? That is why the same method, but their own did not last long like our own. Namibia, it took them 24 years. In the history of the movement, Namibia and the Biafran people are the highest years on it. Our own is 59 years that people are detecting. The people are clamoring, they want a new nation. And up to today, Nigeria could not find out that over these 59 years that this Biafra is not dying, rather, he's getting more momentum, he's getting more support. Nigeria are the same way like these South African people who refused Namibia to walk away. It took Namibia 24 years. Biafran people, check on your own. I think I was Sister Juliet who helped us to do the calculation. From Nigeria own, from Biafran people, from 1967 to 2025. Namibia, how many? From 1966 to 1990. So if you look at this, the same way that Namibia people pass through is what the Biafran people are passing through. Our people is our problem. Our people. The so-called Igbo elite, the so-called Hanezendi Igbo, the so-called IPOB One Nigeria, they don't have a mission. They only shouting and carrying placards, carrying flag on the road. That's what they care for. Is it that way that Namibia get their own independence? Did Namibia get their independence by carrying flag, by doing protests? They make a declaration of their country. They form a government. and moving their affairs, giving instruction to the Liberation Army. And the Liberation Army was be able to be obeying their government. Nandu, you are welcome. Good evening from here. Happy Sunday to you all in the comment section. Please, son, good evening from here. Thank you so much. I can see you. Thank you so much. I hope you are listening. I hope we are making common sense. We want you to know that the road that we are passing through today, that countries has passed through that road. We are not the first, neither we are going to be the last.
1966. The conflict officially began on August 26, 1966, with SWAPO's first armed attack on the South African Defence Force, SADF, at Omugulugwambash. This marked the start of the South African Border War, or the Namibian War of Independence.
Do you hear it? In 1966, they want to take over their country. The conflict officially began on August. They started on January. Look at the period of gap they give. They go into armed conflicts. Talk less of you. After 1967, we have never go into armed conflict. After 1967, from 1960 to 1967, after that period of 3 years of Ojuku, we never attend armed conflict again. But look at these people. From January to August, how many months? If you are with me, from January to August, that the Namibia people went into armed conflict. Is it how many years? Is it how many years, my people? Is it how many months? Sorry. From 1966 January to August, how many months that Namibia went into armed struggle? They deal with the armed struggle till what? Till 1989. Now, go into the 24 years from 1960 August to into the armed struggle of Namibia in that lasted into 1989. Is it how many years that Namibia are into armed struggle? How many years? They did peaceful protests only 8 months. They did peaceful protests only 8 months. Now, from time of Owazurike to time of Mazen Kanu protests, are we in armed conflict? The answer is no. We started with peaceful movement and it's not yielding any result. Did all the protests yield any results? Did all the protests bring a set of organization? Did all the protests give us Biafra? The answer is no. The answer is what? Hell no. They did not give us anything. What is giving us something? The armed conflict of Mazi Simon with Mazen and Kano of recent to our government, who says, okay, now we have gone into armed struggle. Let us use this 1 year of our declaration to seek for peace, diplomacy, and the political movement of it. That's just the fact and figure, my people. 8 months. 1966. The conflict officially began on August 26, 1966, with the SWAPO first armed attack on the South Africa Defence Force, SADF, at Mongulugumbash. This marked the start of the South Africa Border War, or the Namibia War of Independence. The process, the movement, how to become a new country. Look at how look at how Namibia go in, and look at how they look at what happened. Within 8 months of protest, they end their protest, they go into armed struggle. Or the world are not seeing this. Okay, help me calculate from 1966 So 1989, how many years did Namibia went into armed struggle? And their people stand with them. And their people are not sabotaging them. My question is, from 1966 to 1989, how many years of armed struggle of Namibia people before they officially get their independence in 1990? March 21, March 21st. Tell me, how many years? I want someone to answer in the comment section. How many years might be? Just go into 1966 to 1990. Minus it from 1966 minus to 1989. How many years armed struggle before they can be able to get their independence? Did not lay down their armed struggle until they get their independence. Until UN ask them ceasefire. The ceasefire now bring negotiation between South Africa, Namibia, and the members of the UN. The only thing I could never search is about their leaders if they was arrested. That one will come later. Because what you do for your fun time is not what I do in my fun time. When I used to have fun, when I used to have my time of relax, I do research. That's what I normally do. That is why I'm bringing all these things out very fast. So people of Biafra may see it and know that we are on the right track into our government right now. They say this is what? This marked the start of the South Africa border war or the Namibia war of independence. This is how it begins. The first, the attack, and everything keep on happening. Namibia people keep on pushing in Africa and from South Africa for them to have their independence. Not only them, Eritrea passed through that way also. Many countries in Africa that get their independence from their fellow Africa country. They are all here. So it's not only us. So when you see those people who are coming to say stupid things, ask them about how did Namibia get their independence from South Africa. Not only Sudan. They only tell you about Sudan. They won't tell you about Namibia. Today Namibia is not a big country. Our people they're not living in Namibia. That is why, if not for the sake of our declaration and the World Organization is coming very soon, Biafra people will have become a wonder. Because the plan was to chase us away for us to seek asylum in different countries. That was the plan of Nigeria. That was their plan. But our declaration has come to end all this. My people. Our declaration is here. Our declaration ends us being people being wanderer, because that is where we are heading to. When you seek asylum in any country where you are, that means you are a wanderer. You don't have a home. You don't have your own country. That is why you seek for asylum. That's the meaning of asylum if you don't know. Because of you have asylum, you think that you have arrived. I have American passport, Jovica. I'm in America. Nonsense, rubbish. Nonsense and what? Rubbish. That man called Jovica. You are chained, they chain me. America, where you are, is where the Junior Matuta King, Reverend Father like you, fought for the independence of their people. What are you doing? Gossiping, making mockery of yourself in social media. A fool like you, a fool at 40, happen to be a fool at 80.
Guerrilla warfare. Plan operated mainly from bases in neighboring Angola and Zambia, conducting guerrilla attacks against South African military and administrative targets in the north of Namibia.
Do you hear it? They use guerrilla warfare. Plan operates military forces bases in nearby Angola and Zambia. Because those areas that South Africa are going to keep their people to come and fight. You're talking about what happened to us is like now we are going into deep of this. That's what Cameroon is doing to us. And how Nigeria government used Ambazonia to frustrate us in 1967 to 1970. But today it's no longer happening anymore because Amazonia also are eating their cake right now. What we are passing through is what they are passing through either. These are key factors that we need to know so you can encourage yourself to be strong. Conducting guerrilla attack against South African military and administrative targets in the north of Namibia. Namibia immediately start attacking the military base of South Africa. What it simply means, now that the Biafran people, the Biafran army start attacking any base of Nigerian military in our land, is the same thing, nothing different with what you are seeing from here. It's the same thing. No difference. Let's want to understand it. Namibia passed through this way that we are passing through today. Then what brings Angola in? Listen to this.
The Angolan connection. The struggle became deeply entangled with the Angolan Civil War. South Africa frequently intervened in Angola to attack SWAPO bases and support anti-communist forces, UNITA. This regionalization of the conflict brought in Cuban troops to support the Angolan government, MPLA, and, indirectly, to check the SADF's power.
Do you hear that? The attack. You know that when we are fighting, Cameroon was supporting Nigeria through Amazonia. But Angola did not support because Angola is already in their own war, fighting for their own freedom. Zambia was also fighting. So all these people who are fighting to liberate themselves, they all marched together to fight against. So the army of South Africa could not see where they would lay their head or how they would go and penetrate to attack, like what happened in 1967 to 1970 to us. Exactly what we passed through. That time, Nigeria is using Cameroon and people of Amazonia to cage. No escape. The same thing that happens, but because of Angola is fighting for their, now that the Amazonian people are fighting for their freedom, are they going to do the same thing again? So the answer is no. Because we are going to be helping them, they're also going to help us. This is the real truth of what we are doing. This is how it is. And this is how everything is working. We have used 59 good years, while others use 24, some use 10, some use 5, some even use 3 years. And you are not ashamed answering IPOB one Nigeria. 59 years. 59 good years. That is where we are. And after we have finally got an end of it, you are against the end. The end will eat you up. If you are against our official declaration that now we have a government that is United States of Biafra government. Right now. When the Namibian people are fighting, because of Angola and Zambia is also on the midst of fighting into Second World War. What happened? They all keep fighting. They all help each other. That is why South African military was neutralized on many occasions. Because when they run to the border of Angola, Angola people will fire them back without wasting time. When they run into the Zambia will fire them back without wasting time. These are the process. These are the things that we need to do. This recognition of the conflict brought in Cuba troops to support Angola. Cuba. Do you know that when Nelson Mandela was looking for support, that Cuba give him support, but this does not stop this does not stop Nelson Mandela Sorry, this does not stop Cuba to support the right people. That's what we are seeing today. That's why the whole world, because of we have oil, or maybe because of okay, Namibia did not have oil. That is why they're going to support them. Namibia did not have oil. But we that have oil, the world wants us to die, but we are not going to die. We are going to get our country. We are going to defend it. We are going to push and get recognition. Now that the movement has started, we have wasted 59 good years. The only time that was not wasted is this 4-5 years of Mass Simon Eber. 54 years was wasted for nothing. Only agitation. Agitation. But it takes Namibia 8 months of protest and the other rest of all the years they are into. It took them, they go into armed conflict without wasting time. They fought for 24 years in general. In the one that made 24 years, they got their independence from South Africa. From South Africa is where Namibia migrates out. The Biafran people, why our own is like this? Because of the wickedness of our people. Because our people are very naive in their mind. The syndrome, the Britain chain, and the voodoo of the Osman and Fojua holding our people down. That is why you and I, who are under United States of Biafra, we stood up and said no. We remove the chain. That is why we are seeing clearly that we want a new nation that we have already declared on November 29, 2024 in Lahti, Finland. That is why. Look at how it happens. Cuba sent their troop to help Angola. Angola also used their own to help Namibia. Zambia also joined them to deal with South Africa. These are too strong. They say they are too strong country in Africa. Do you see how stubborn they are? But finally, what happened? Namibia got their independence. Let us continue. Number 2.
2. The international and legal pressure, 1966 to 1978. The international community played a decisive role by consistently delegitimizing South Africa's control. Revocation of the mandate, 1966. After World War I, the territory, then Southwest Africa, was placed under South Africa's mandate by the League of Nations. South Africa refused to relinquish it to UN trusteeship. In 1966, the UN General Assembly officially revoked South Africa's mandate, declaring its continued presence illegal and asserting that Namibia was under the direct responsibility of the UN. ICJ rulings. The International Court of Justice, ICJ, issued several crucial advisory opinions. A 1971 ICJ ruling confirmed the illegality of South Africa's presence in Namibia and called on UN member states to refrain from any dealings with South Africa that implied recognition of its authority over the territory. Recognition.
Do you hear it? Sorry, 1 minute, my people, 1 minute. We must continue. I hope you listen to this paragraph. The international and legal pressure from Namibia in 1966 to 1978. I hope you are listening. The international community played a decisive role by making sure that the territory of South Africa was, as in, give them a divorce in their territory. The international community comes in. Remember, they did not come in immediately. And you remember, from that 1966 to 1989, that Namibia did not drop their arm. They're into armed conflict. Even though the international body are complaining, because that is one they are hearing very fast. The international community are here about gun and bullets very fast. In this 1966 to 1917, what did they do? because of the heightness of the armed conflict. We are not into armed conflict. We never use armed conflict. It's like this. And our people becomes evil. Our people become saboteurs everywhere. Jovica and all what's known. Because you are the one. You and the one with the white beard. Say DB that is not thinking. DB does not know history. Jovica, you being a reverend father, does it make you to know everything? Does it make you to have time to research? I research. That is why I'm bringing out in my own fun time. Is research is what I do to have my fun. So I will know those things, and you know where the government of Biafra is going. I told that I was well prepared to be here. Now that we have a government, I take my time, and Shwoka will know that the time like this I have to come. We must look at other people's history, so we can use it against the international law on their own when they will come to talk their shenanigans against us. We will bring all these things and place it to them. This is what you did in Africa. It's also years in social country having their own independence from South Africa. This is what you did in the time of Eritrea. This is what you did in Sudan. Why not do the same thing to us? Yes, the international global community are not doing because of we don't have organized government. That is number one problem we have. We only have an agitation group. That is why when they asked the late Bulgaria, he said that those who did not organize themselves, when they organize themselves as a one body, have a representative, they will talk. Today, we have achieved that. Today we have done that. We have achieved that. That the world are looking up in our hand to achieve. The Biafran people. Revolution of the Mandate in 1966. After World War I, the territory then, Southwest Africa, was pushed under South Africa mandate by the League of Nations. South Africa refusing to relinquish it to UN trust leaders. The South Africa refused after many warning from UN. The way that Nigeria refusing to this Mazen and the can. Then, if Nigeria, after UN, after Washington DC, after all these things that are going on, after all this, but asking Nigeria to release Mazen and can not release, do you think that is giving Biafra recognition is going to be easy for them? They will still play the deaf ear. They will still play the naive life of the Fulanese that are controlling Nigeria. Because every important position in Nigeria is Fulani man is there. Go and verify. Don't mind Umo Okoko who are messing up in social media. Don't mind Jovica. Every vital position is handled by Fulani man in Nigeria. That is why when UN give order, they will say, after giving order, remain on that your board of UN. We are here, we do what we want. That is the same role that South Africa played against Namibia independence. Their freedom. The UN General Assembly in 1966, the UN General Assembly officially revoked South Africa's mandate that you are not the one, you are not doing the right thing as a country. That is what they're supposed to do now. That Nigeria, every news, every world power, every foreign country are talking about Nigeria. They need to revoke the Nigeria integrity. It is a time like this that the UN must revoke Nigeria integrity, the mandate of Nigeria. It must be revoked back. To prove that there is no integrity. The same thing that the UN did to South Africa is what they're supposed to do in Nigeria right now. They need to revoke that mandate of Nigeria's territorial sovereignty, integrity. It's not, because it's put by blood of the innocent people, of the indigenous people in the land. They must. This is a time that we Biafran people, listen, we must push harder on our platforms. We must push strong on our platforms for Nigeria to be legitimized under UN first. Nigeria to UN to revoke the mandate of Nigeria as a sovereign state under UN, because they have met up all the laws that UN has put to guide every sovereign state in the world. And they have done more than that. Only the kidnapping of Mazen and the Kano, what UN to revoke their mandate about Nigeria, to take the mandate back and said, no, we will not give you any mandate again. We are not supporting you. You are not longer our member. That is how to revoke the mandate. That is what the UN, EU is supposed to do. But because of Nigeria bribed their way, because of we have oil, that is why you are not interfering. Because we are getting from the oil. But that oil will kill all of you. That oil will bring fight into any country who are the member of UN, who refuse to stand up and give us and they revoke the mandate of Nigeria and they put Nigeria where they belong. Sanction Nigeria, that's what it simply means. In another way around of the world. Nigeria is supposed to be sanctioned. Nigeria is supposed to remove their name from member of the EU, of the UN, because they have committed atrocity. Inhuman treatment, intimidation, abuse of life, interfering inside someone's personal life, like life of Mazen and the Kano, kidnapping him. These are laws, these are treaties that Nigeria has been breaking. Oliver, you're welcome. Nigeria has break every law of this world. So Nigeria are not supposed to be a member of any union. The same thing that UN did to South Africa, revoking their mandate of South Africa, declaring that the Namibia, declaring its continuous presence illegal, and assisting that Namibia was under their direct responsibility of the UN. This is what Nigeria, this is what UN, this is what every country that have a conscience supposed to do, despite taking oil. This oil, Mazen Kano told you that we are going to give this oil free. Because of the pipeline that Britain laid down from remain small, they were accomplished in the 2028. Britain will accomplish laying down oil from Biafra to Europe. That is why they played deaf ear. But they never knew that we might decide to, because the Biafran people did not believe in oil. We believe in brain-based country. We believe in our brain. That's why in your country, what are we doing? We survive by every little chance we get. We look for all these minor jobs. We do it. When you go to government in your country where you are, you know that the different people are contributing highest in your government, even in your ministry otherwise. In hospitals, in being a doctors, being perfect lawyers in the world. The Biafran people are very perfect doing that in your country. What is your problem? That wasn't enough for you. Only when you make the oil. We, Mazen Kano, the president of the University of Biafra, told us that we are going to give this oil free to every country, so you will not come and attack us. The oil is not finishing. The one you have been making from 59 years is not enough for you. It's only when you lay your pipe from Imo State to Europe. Go in 2028 or 2030. That is when they will accomplish the laying that pipe. And they said that time that Nigeria will become a failed state. That was the plan of Britain. The plan Britain on the regional country, they said that Nigeria will become a failed state on 2030 because of their laying pipe. So once they are completing the laying pipe, then they will say Nigeria is a failed state. That people that want to live is free to live. Imagine the politics they are playing. But we have catch you in your politics. In this our exposition, we will continue to expose the secrets and all these important histories and important documents for the world to know that we are alive and that we have understand what we are passing through. Okay, so you are welcome. I can see you. Thank you. Like as you come and share the program if you think that the program worth sharing. Yes, as we are going in, if you want to call on this program, you are free to call on number plus 9733 6051 337. That is number to call. Plus 9733 6051 337. Only on WhatsApp. And if anybody can call, only 3 minutes, because we are going to start our second session. So if you want to call, you are free to call. And also put your own suggestion in what you see that we are discussing, or anything that is in your mind to tell the Biafra government or to tell the Biafran people. You are free to do that. Then the UN, what happened? After the General Assembly meeting, they revoked the mandate of South Africa and said, no, you are on sanction. You are no longer our member until Namibia becomes a free country, until you recognize them and give them their independence. What happened? After some time, South Africa adhered to that because they know what they are losing. Their name is under mud, so they have to. By now that Nigeria is in every news of the killing that are going on in Biafra land, going on in all Nigeria as a country. Now that is the news, it's a time that the UN must revoke Alan Smith. This is what we have to call people to do. Revoke the mandate of Nigeria and pass it to the Biafran people first as a new country and see how we can hold it. You must continue.
Of SWAPO, 1973. The UN officially recognized SWAPO as the sole and authentic representative.
Sorry, there's a place we do not explain. When you hear ICJ ruling, that is the International Court of Justice, where Biafran people, where Dr. Masanga has dragged Nigeria and Nigeria run away. The same thing that South Africa is doing. Look at it. The way that South Africa treated the people of Namibia is the same way that Nigerian people are treating the Biafran people. Is the same way that they are going into what they are doing. This is the truth. This is facts that we need to know on our own. But nobody will tell us this story except when we go and search for it and we bring it out. They issue several critical warning, advice, and option to South Africa. Then, in 1971, ICJI ruling confirmed that the legitimacy, the illegitimate of South Africa presence in Namibia, and they called on UN member states to refer from any dealing with South Africa. That is what Nigeria is supposed to do by now. That is the sanction. That is to revoke the mandate of South Africa to be a member of UN. This place is where what this is what the congressman is supposed to be asking by now, asking every country, asking UN to revoke that mandate, to tell Nigeria to leave Biafra land. Now that they're killing, because it's only when Nigeria is divided, all this killing will stop. All this strong thing will stop. Then Africa, then America will be safe. They are not safe until they give us our freedom, because these people want to make Nigeria a safe haven from where they will attack America. America, you are the target. Alan Smith, your country is the target. What you people see in the hands of Afghanistan is a child's play in what Nigeria is planning with all these terrorist group, that all of them are in Nigeria. Different names of terrorist group. They will march together to attack America if they do not support Biafran people. In 1971, ICJ ruling confirmed the legitimacy of the South Africa presence in Namibia, called on UN member states to refer from any dealing with South Africa. That in place recognition on its authority over the territory. This is what they did. And what happened next? Listen. Recognition of the Namibia people in 1973, the UN officially recognized them as the sole and the autocracy representative of the Namibia people. UN began to represent them.
Of the Namibian people. UN Resolution 435, 1978. This became the universally accepted blueprint for independence. It called for a ceasefire, the withdrawal of South African forces, and the deployment of a United Nations Transition Assistance Group, UNTAG, to oversee free and fair elections.
Do you hear it? This UN that are muting and keeping quiet today on our cases. UN recognition 435 in 1978. Remember, from 1966 to 1978. They become the universal accepted banquet print for independence. It called for a ceasefire, the withdrawal of South Africa forces, and the deployment of the UN Nation Terrorist Assessed Group, UNTAG, to oversee free and fair election. That is what UN is supposed to do in Nigeria by now. That's what it's supposed to do. Now we have a government, and that is why we are planning our election, our election, to prove to them, if they cannot, that we have the power to do it. Namibia is an African country that was moved away to the independence from South Africa after 24 years of armed struggle. That's what it took them before they were able to get their independence. Our own is 59 good years, minus 5 years of Simon Ekpa, who achieved the what's in these 54 years that none of them have achieved, except making social media. Let us continue.
3. The Diplomatic Resolution and Final Transition, 1988 to 1990. The path to independence was ultimately opened by a major geopolitical shift. The Tripartite Agreement, 1988. The military stalemate in Angola, notably following the Battle of Quito Cuanavale, 1987-1988, created conditions for a diplomatic solution. US-mediated talks between Angola, Cuba, and South Africa led to the New York Accords in December 1988.
Do you see it? It later called. In which year? In 1988. Cuba played a role because Cuba was a country that also gave South Africa when they needed for help during time of Nelson Mandela age. They intervened. That is how Finland is supposed to intervene, because this Finland, who their forefathers support our independence and giving our people food, giving us aid in time when we are fighting. And today, look at the store with his criminal mind, a corrupt president so far, a Boko Haram terrorist president of Finland. There's the store. Who is associating with a Boko Haram? Who is associating with a terrorist? With a Fulani man? The military of Angola also support the battle. They did not allow South Africa to pass from their territory to attack the Namibian people. They block it up. Creating conditions for diplomatic solution. US meditates talk to between Angola, Cuba, and South Africa lead to the New York Accord in December 1988. This agreement splitted. In 1988, there is an agreement of Cuba. Cuba play a role model. Cuba comes in, and South Africa is okay. They use America, US, to do that. Why is our own is not like that? Because our people. Because the evil-minded of our people. My people. You are seeing that countries has passed through what we are passing through, and what's happened. They go what they want. So the Biafran people, we must surely get our own in the due time, as we have made official declaration. It takes Namibia 24 years. Despite that our own has took us 59 years. From 1967 to 2025, in all these years, Biafra is in our mind. People are leading us to get Biafra. Is it not true? Is it not the truth? Namibia departed from South Africa. It took them 24 years. They used over 20-something years to armed struggle. And also seeking for diplomatic movement. What about if the way man Simon by our Prime Minister handled the movement is the way the so-called IPO one Nigeria was handling, we are not going to be here by now. When I look at what Abato Obie used, the multiple dimension, exactly the structure of Namibia movement. I see you, Greg. Good evening from here. Or George, good evening from here. The same roots. Emma, you're welcome. Please like and share as you come. The same way, the same roots. How about Obie? Exactly the multiple dimension. Namibia use multiple dimension. Armed conflict, diplomatic and negotiation. That is geopolitical shift. That's what they use. 3 multiple dimension. The same thing Obata Obie implemented when he comes. The only man who single-handedly give us Biafra, if you don't, I want you to know that. From 1967 to 2025 is 59 years. Why it took Namibia getting their freedom from South Africa 24 good years. Remember, one era, one decade is 12 years, is 12 months. Sorry, it's 12 years. That is 22 plus 12. It takes Namibia 2 decades for them to get their independence from South Africa. The same method of South Africa is what Nigeria is passing on to us as the Biafran people. The same way. Our own 59 years. We have agitation. We have been fighting for this thing for free. Our freedom for consecutive 59 good years without achieving it. Are we not supposed to be ashamed of ourselves? If you answer a member of IPOB One Nigeria, if you fall back, if you are on the highway, if you are CRC, if you are Faceless Unite, are you not ashamed of yourself? What took other people 10 years, 5 years, 6 years is taking you 59 years. That is why you were a fool. Bunch of criminals, bunch of saboteurs everywhere. Remember that our line is still open in case if you want to call. You are free to call on number +9733360513337 on WhatsApp only if you want to call. And also, you can also help us to build the page by liking and subscribing. You can also help us. We need the support of laptop, Apple laptop. The Biafran people have already contributing, but it's not enough to get that one we want. Why precisely we want Apple laptop is, with Apple laptop, we will not go to look for money again to start putting camera to see us clear. No, with that one alone, we are good to go. So you can support me from Super Chat also. You can do that, Biafran people. You will support me from giving me Super Chat. My brother is back. He wants to disturb me. Please tell him to not disturb me. Please. He's here fighting me. So, my people, we must continue. All work, no play. Make Jack a door boy. You remember that? We are in everywhere. We are prepared to come, my people. Please, we need you to support us if you think that we deserve to support. So when we come, we will not be reading this from our phone like this. We put it on our computer. All of us will read it together. You can also screenshot and post on your page. That is why it's important. Look at what I'm reading. Please help me. Support your brother. I'm one of your own. We are building this page up that in Biafra we shall also use it to defend our government in Biafra. We also use it to say the good things. I see you, Apara. You're welcome. Good evening from here. You're welcome. We are going on the process of one country in Africa. How did they got their independence from South Africa? Note that what we are asking for, that no country has done it in Africa. What the African people we are asking for is what people like Namibia, Eritrea, South Sudan, they have all passed through this way that Biafran people are passing through today. Please, as you come, please like. Mom Ngozi Mori, it has been a very long time you appear on our platform. But thank you for coming in today. I know those that are with us in the beginning. I thank you for coming. Thank you for all you do. Please give us support. Give us your widow's smile. We ask you for that. We need a laptop, Apple laptop. The Biafran people has already been supporting through Super Chat, through those who call me personally and ask what I want. I tell them, and they'll give their widow's mind. It's not enough to get it right now. Once we get it, we will come here and present it to you. And we will thank you. So you will also contribute. We will also bless you immensely for supporting. I know that we're on a tight time, critical time, but please, we want to bring this message, bring it out on a screen so you can read from the screen. You can also screenshot it and read it from your screenshot, and also share it on your timeline. So the world will know that UN will know that we know what they did in the past. Beauty, you're welcome. Good evening. Listen to what we are doing. Number 3.
This agreement stipulated the withdrawal of all Cuban troops from Angola, the simultaneous implementation of UN Resolution 435 leading to Namibia's independence, UNTAG deployment, 1989. The UN Transition Assistance Group, UNTAG, was deployed to Namibia in April 1989. Its role was to supervise the registration of voters, monitor the South African police, supervise the demobilization of forces, and ensure a free and fair electoral process. Elections and independence, 1989-1990. Constituent Assembly elections were held in November 1989 under UN supervision, with a high voter turnout. SWAPO won a clear majority. The Constituent Assembly drafted and adopted the country's constitution. On March 21, 1990, Namibia was officially granted independence, with SWAPO leader Sam Nujoma sworn in as the first president.
Do you hear it? It took Namibia 24 years to get their independence from South Africa. The South Africa you see today, they are the one that Namibia moved away from them. The same way we, the Biafra people, we move away from Nigeria. Even South Africa is a country. The Nigeria country, Nigeria was amalgamated the interest of the profit of Britain. Nigeria is not a country. I hope you follow this history of Namibia very well. It took Namibia 24 years to get their independence from South Africa. Our own 59 years, no independence yet. Except Simon Ekpa comes in board, and now the Zongozo is in charge. That is only time something good is happening to us. That is only time we can say, yes, this mission is about to get accomplished. What remains for us is just after that international recognition. It will come. As the pressure is moving, we need to be mounting pressure on social media. We need to be putting political pressures everywhere. Now that Nigeria is messed up, it's a time that the UN also did what they did to South Africa by revoking the South African mandate of being a member of the UN. That is what the UN is supposed to do in Nigeria right now. Sanction Nigeria. Remove them in that document. Remove them in that level where you put them. That is what you're supposed to do by now. And why is this still waiting? Because Namibia does not have oil. Imagine Namibia without oil, they fight for how many years? And we Biafran people, we have fought for 59 good years, despite the sabotage of our people. Despite the sabo everywhere of our people. That is part of things that we're happening. That's things that are going on in our land. With what is happening right now about Nigeria, they're supposed to sanction Nigeria, and also that they know that Nigeria are fighting a cold war in Biafra land. They're supposed to remove them. They're supposed to revoke their mandates. Why did they do it to South Africa? And why are they not doing it to Nigeria? Because Britain is benefiting from Nigeria. And remember, it's not Britain that are the one who come to the rescue of Namibia people. It's America. It is America that come for their rescue. Remember, the program is 3 in 1. It's 2 in 1. This is the first section. I will allow this thing to play, how Namibia got their independence, because I've done the analysis on it. Unless you want to call to support, to put your own opinion, you are free to call on number +9 7 33 60 51 337. That is the number to call. +9 7 33 60 51 337. If you want to call, that is the number you have to call before we move into the comment section. Yes, to go to super chat, if you see that place, they put America something like US dollar. You touch it. The same way you pay money from your ATM card, how much you want to pay is how you do it. Or you may choose something like love, MOG from there, and put how much you want. Then it will click. It will debit from your ATM card. On the how much you put, you want to use to do the super chat. So if you want to call, you are free to call. As I'm playing this voice from the beginning to the end, now we now go into the challenges that Biafran people are about to face, or from now to November, less than 1 month. I want to prepare your mind ahead of what is to come.
Namibia's independence from South Africa was a complex, decades-long process, 1966 to 1990, driven by a combination of armed struggle, international diplomacy, and geopolitical shifts. The process unfolded across three main fronts. 1. The armed struggle, 1966 to 1989. The key actor in the armed struggle was the Southwest Africa People's Organization, SWAPO, specifically its armed wing, the People's Liberation Army of Namibia, PLAN. 1966. The conflict officially began on August 26, 1966, with SWAPO's first armed attack on the South African Defence Force, SADF, at Omagulagwambash. This marked the start of the South African Border War, or the Namibian War of Independence. Guerrilla warfare. PLAN operated mainly from bases in neighboring Angola and Zambia, conducting guerrilla attacks against South African military and administrative targets in the north of Namibia. The Angolan connection. The struggle became deeply entangled with the Angolan Civil War. South Africa frequently intervened in Angola to attack SWAPO bases and support anti-communist forces, UNITA. This regionalization of the conflict brought in Cuban troops to support the Angolan government, MPLA, and, indirectly, to check the SADF's power. 2. The international and legal pressure, 1966 to 1978. The international community played a decisive role by consistently delegitimizing South Africa's control. Revocation of the Mandate, 1966. After World War I, the territory, then Southwest Africa, was placed under South Africa's mandate by the League of Nations. South Africa refused to relinquish it to UN trusteeship. In 1966, the UN General Assembly officially revoked South Africa's mandate, declaring its continued presence illegal and asserting that Namibia was under the direct responsibility of the UN. ICJ rulings. The International Court of Justice, ICJ, issued several crucial advisory opinions. A 1971 ICJ ruling confirmed the illegality of South Africa's presence in Namibia and called on UN member states to refrain from any dealings with South Africa that implied recognition of its authority over the territory. Recognition of SWAPO, 1973. The UN officially recognized SWAPO as the sole and authentic representative of the Namibian people. UN Resolution 435, 1978. This became the universally accepted blueprint for independence. It called for a ceasefire, the withdrawal of South African forces, and the deployment of a United Nations Transition Assistance Group, UNTAG, to oversee free and fair elections. 3. The Diplomatic Resolution and Final Transition, 1988 to 1990. The path to independence was ultimately opened by a major geopolitical shift. The Tripartite Agreement, 1988. The military stalemate in Angola, notably following the Battle of Quito Cuanavale, 1987-1988, created conditions for a diplomatic solution. US-mediated talks between Angola, Cuba, and South Africa led to the New York Accords in December 1988. This agreement stipulated the withdrawal of all Cuban troops from Angola, the simultaneous implementation of UN Resolution 435, leading to Namibia's independence, UNTAG deployment, 1989. The UN Transition Assistance Group, UNTAG, was deployed to Namibia in April 1989. Its role was to supervise the registration of voters, monitor the South African police, supervise the demobilization of forces, and ensure a free and fair electoral process. Elections and independence, 1989-1990. Constituent Assembly elections were held in November 1989 under UN supervision, with a high voter turnout. SWAPO won a clear majority. The Constituent Assembly drafted and adopted the country's constitution. On March 21, 1990, Namibia was officially granted independence, with SWAPO leader Sam Nujoma sworn in as the first president.
Thank you. I hope you had it clearly here. I hope you heard how Namibia fought and fought and fought for 24 years and get their independence. What of we that our own has passed over what? Our own has gotten to what? What is, do you know what is called 24 years? Our own has gotten into 59 years. You can see the link of this page. Look at what America did. You see, sometimes no matter what happened, America proved to be America. Their own way of doing things is different of every other country in the world. Their own way of helping people. They intervene. And they do what? They revoke the mandate of America, of South Africa being a member of UN. They remove it. They sanction them. They give them sanction without wasting time. But because of Britain making oil in our land, that is why they want us to wipe away. But to Britain, you must pass through what the people are passing through. Today, you are planning how to deport the Muslims in your country. That is the meat that's going on in UK. If you are Biafran, you are UK, be ready. Because they don't want to deport only them. So, in the eyes of the countries that are supporting Britain, they know for them to not to do their withdrawal, they want to deport every country, every migrant in UK. This is what is going on. I'm telling you the truth. Next year, January, the program, the movement will start. They are gathering their people support. I beg open this in the blog. They are gathering the people support to do that because they want to chase away the migrants, Muslim people that occupy Britain out. It's going to be a war. That time they will experience what Biafran people has experienced today because they are our problem. Yes, for a sister who asked me how to purchase on the super chat, you can see it on this. I don't know whether you can see from this phone. Sorry. Let me put it so the thing will be loud, will be clean, so you will see it how to do it. It's very simple. You will see where they put X. You will touch it hand the way I touch it once. Now this is it. Purchase. Sorry, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming, my people. Yes, you will see purchase here. This S. Then look at all the emoji that is here. Super. Anyone you choose. Then when you touch here, super chat. This is super chat. Then it will bring you to how much. Then it will purchase how much you want. Okay, it's not showing. Just follow what I'm saying right now. How to do it. Just you will see that place. They write S on my page. You will still touch that place. One hand. It will bring you a super chat. A super chat. That's what it will bring to you. Once you bring the super chat, then you touch that super chat or say super chat. Send a super chat is what you will see. Then you will purchase by drawing hand. There is a line. If you can see this, there is a line here. Then when you draw the line, you touch the line hand. If you want to send US $1, if you want to send $10, if you want to send anything at all, it is there. That is how you will do it. It is very simple. It is very simple. So that is what you have to do if you want to get to super chat to us. So please, my people, we want you to do this. Let me repeat it back again. There is where they write S, a sign of US dollar. Touch its hand, it will open. You will see a super chat with MOG. Then if you just touch it again, it will ask you send a super chat. Then you will purchase it. How do you purchase? You will draw your hand on that line under there. If you want to draw $1, is there. If you want to draw 2, is there. Any amount you want to draw, depending on what the line, that line is what you will scroll. Once you scroll on that line, you will get how to do the super chat. Thank you so much. We move. Frank, take your phone. So this is it, my people. We must continue. Now, we are going into our own another problem. We are going into our own problem. The war we are going to face, the challenges. In the beginning of this platform, I counted to you how many challenges we have. If you're not subscribed on my page, this is the name of the page. Just touch this link. It will take you to the page direct. Then you will be able to subscribe and join us. And also turn notification on. You know what we do. This is only what we do to bring history and teach ourselves. To expose all this that has been hiding from us. Well, after I read the history of Namibia, I see, oh, this is where Batoobie choose armed struggle, diplomatic, and everything about Batoobie presented to us. This exactly what we passed through is what Namibia people passed through. Is it not true? You can see it here. You can see it here clearly. What we passed through is what they are passing through today. So it is very, very important if you wish to call on number +9733360513337 only on WhatsApp if you wish to call. Now listen to this. Now the challenges after our declaration. Now that we want to conduct election in Biafra land, we have numerous challenges. Where are these challenges going to come from? Let me count the follow me to count the challenges. Or do you know one of the challenges we are going to face now that we are going to have election in Biafra land? If you know anyone, put it on the comment section. And as I am counting, help me to be typing these challenges from number 1 to how many number I'm going to give you the challenges that we are going to face. Number 1 challenges of the Biafran people right now is Peter Obi coming out as a president. That is number 1. Peter Obi coming out as a president is number 1 challenges that we are going to face because people will deviate again. That is number 1 challenge. Number 2, Nigeria government. Are you following? Please be typing on comment section so let me know that you are following, that you understand these challenges. So on your own due time, you will be thinking how to counter these challenges. And also, what we are going to give to you this evening, also you will also be having it in your mind at all time that these are challenges. Can someone type as it follows? Number 1, Peter Obi is a challenge to Biafran people in our election. Number 1. Number 2, Nigeria government of Asrock. Number 3, Soludo. Number 3, the challenges we are going to face. Number 4, the indigenous of the old Anambra, who refused to adhere into what we are doing. The government on their own with their security, and the indigenes who are still believing in one Nigeria. That is number 4. I hope you are counting, and I hope you are following me. Then number 5, the IPOB. Thank you so much for your super chat. Yes, thank you so much. Wow, this is Shinwe. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this wonderful. Thank you so much for what you did. May Elohim bless you and also nourish your pocket from wherever you bring it out to give us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my sister. You have done well. Thank you. May Elohim bless you and protect you and provide more for you for this big one you give from us. That's why coming from homeland. Thank you so much for picking up what we just teach right now, and you have achieved it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I can see people are following. Here. Yes, this person said Peter will be coming to validate the British amalgamation again. Yes, it is a challenge on us. Remember how many challenges we have already counted. Remember how many challenge. Now, we have counted to 4. Then number 5, the IPOB, one Nigeria. That is number what? Number 5. That's number 5. The fallback. That is what? Number 6 challenge. Number 7. Ogenkere. Sorry. Yes, number 7. Yes, Sister Juliet, you are free to call on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is +9733605 513337. Only on WhatsApp. Remember, plus 973360513337. That is the number to call. If you want to call on this platform, you are free to call. Before we go inside our second section of our own private challenge, now we are about to conduct election in Biafra land. Remember, we are still counting on the what? We are on number 6 challenge that the government and the Biafran people under United States of Biafra, the challenge we are going to face. We are still there. We are still on counting. Then again, Adandocho and the Faceless Unite, number 7. Then Ohaneze Ndibo, number 8. Do you see why the Biafra movement is facing power and principalities? This is 8 that we are going to pass through under this 1 month, barely 1 month going to enter our election. These are numerous challenges we have. We don't even have one. I cannot tell you how many. 8 of challenges. So I want to be strong. Let me repeat the number again for those who want the number to call. Plus 9 7 33 60 51 337. These are number to call. This is my number to call on this platform once we are live and we are direct. Plus 9 for the last time. Plus 9 7 3 6 0 5 1 337. That is the number. Now we are going to know how we can pass all these challenges now that we are on the side of our time to go and vote as the Biafran people. Now we want to prove that the government is effective. Now we want to prove that the government is in control of all the 40 states of the United States of Biafra. That is the time. So, as we are going in, if a phone call comes in, my people, we will call. Yes, my sister, you are free to call on WhatsApp, Sister Julie or Mommy Juliet. You can call on WhatsApp, the number I gave out now. That is my phone number on WhatsApp. Call. I am waiting for your call before I will go into second section, because we have done the first session. Now, on our own session again, what we are passing through, generally in Biafra land. Now we are about to conduct our election. How we can pass and the things that we must expect to come. I want to prepare your mind over the election, that many things are involved. So please, you can eat when I'm free. So that is the thing that we must do. As I'm waiting for the phone call to come for our sister, as the number is connecting or not connecting, we must continue, because we must continue talking. That is why we are here. Remember, the number to call on WhatsApp is, okay, if you're not calling for the program, maybe if you want to talk to me personal, the number to use to contact me personal is plus 9 7 3 60 51 337. Mommy, I hope, Sister Julie, I hope you have got this number. If you said yes now, then I will move on. Have you got the number clearly? Have you got the number? Have you? Because of the rule of the country where I am, I cannot tag the number on my comment section. It's against their law. That was the implement of the law of January they give to us, that nobody who will be on social media who will tag his number of this country on the comment section. That is why I used to call it on mouth. That is the reason why. So that is the reason why. The number is, Mommy Juliet, have you got the number? Or Sister Juliet, have you got the number? The number is +9 7 double 3 6 0 5 1 3 7. Yes, official AJ, I want to thank you in a special way for remembering the code of this platform. I was waiting. Let me see who will remember the code that we use on this platform. And it's only official AJ. Remember the code. Our code is hashtag Nigeria government and Britain free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the president of United States of Biafra, a prisoner of conscience in Nigeria DSS dungeon. Look at what our brother did. You can repeat the same thing. And also hashtag Finland government free Mazi Simon Ekpanjoko, the prime minister of United States of Biafra, a prisoner of conscience in Finland. I hope you are following. I hope you are following me. I hope you understand it clearly. This is the code on this platform. So we move. This is about the challenges that we are going to face as Biafran people now that we are about to conduct our election. Listen.
That is absolutely correct. A free and fair election is a crucial legitimizing step for a new government, but it certainly does not automatically mean that the new government is in full effective control of the new country. The ability of a newly elected government to exert effective control is a matter of fact and internal capacity, which is often constrained by several factors that are independent of the electoral mandate. Factors limiting a new government's immediate control. 1. Administrative and bureaucratic capacity. Lack of trained personnel. The new government may inherit a civil service that is inexperienced, under-resourced, or lacking in the technical expertise needed to manage complex state functions, tax collection, infrastructure, public health, etc. Weak institutions. Core state institutions like the judiciary, police, and regulatory bodies may be fragile, corrupted, or not yet fully established or respected. 2. Security and territorial control. Armed groups and paramilitaries. The election may not end internal conflicts. Rebel groups, local militias, or former liberation movement forces may refuse to disarm or recognize the new authority, especially in border or remote regions. Control over borders. The government may lack the capacity to fully police its borders, allowing for illicit trade, smuggling, or the movement of hostile groups. 3. Economic and financial constraints. Sovereign debt and assets. The country may be burdened with debt inherited from the predecessor state or colonial power, severely limiting its budget. Resource control. Major natural resources, oil, minerals, etc., may be controlled by international corporations or local powerful elites, making it difficult for the new government to collect revenue and direct economic policy. Lack of infrastructure. Poor roads, communication networks, and power grids can physically limit the government's ability to project authority and services across the territory. 4. Domestic political challenges. Deep social divisions. The election may exacerbate existing ethnic, religious, or regional rivalries, with losing groups refusing to accept the results or the new government's authority. Constitutional disputes. The legal framework itself might be new or contested, leading to power struggles between the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. In summary, an election grants the new government a mandate, legitimacy, which is essential under international law principles. However, effective control, capacity, is a practical matter achieved over time by building robust state institutions, integrating or neutralizing non-state armed actors, and establishing economic stability. The election is the beginning of the process of building a fully functioning state, not the end of it.
I hope you heard it. I will play it again before we go into our analysis. Just pay attention. You can record this and keep it to yourself. So when this election begins, if you are seeing those things happening, even on social media, starting from Monday, if you are seeing Sonia Aprawa, if you are seeing Adando Ocho, if you are seeing IPOB One Nigeria, if you see all this group, even the so-called One Nigeria list, they are talking. So you always use this to defend yourself.
That is absolutely correct. A free and fair election is a crucial legitimizing step for a new government, but it certainly does not automatically mean that the new government is in full effective control of the new country. The ability of a newly elected government to exert effective control is a matter of fact and internal capacity, which is often constrained by several factors that are independent of the electoral mandate. Factors limiting a new government's immediate control. 1. Administrative and bureaucratic capacity. Lack of trained personnel. The new government may inherit a civil service that is inexperienced, under-resourced, or lacking in the technical expertise needed to manage complex state functions, tax collection, infrastructure, public health, etc. Weak institutions. Core state institutions like the judiciary, police, and regulatory bodies may be fragile, corrupted, or not yet fully established or respected. 2. Security and territorial control. Armed groups and paramilitaries. The election may not end internal conflicts. Rebel groups, local militias, or former liberation movement forces may refuse to disarm or recognize the new authority, especially in border or remote regions. Control over borders. The government may lack the capacity to fully police its borders, allowing for illicit trade, smuggling, or the movement of hostile groups. 3. Economic and financial constraints. Sovereign debt and assets.
Well, we have a call. Let's see who that call is, whether it's a call in what we are doing, because we open our line for call. Really. Let us see. We have a call. Hello, fine sister Juliet. Good evening from here.
How are you?
I'm good. Good evening. You're welcome.
Thank you so much for your great work you're doing for us. May Elohim bless all of you, our genuine Biafrans. I pray that God will bless everyone in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I think since I've been following you, what I really understand is to make every Nigerians to know that Biafrans is a nation now.
Exactly.
Biafran is a nation. Nigeria is not a nation. They just join all of us together without anything referendum or whatsoever.
Yeah.
They did not seek our concept. They just come because of their greedy desire. So my message to every Nigerian is that whether you are from Odudua, are you from the central, that is the middle belt, are you from Arewa, are you from Biafra, I want you to know that this is the only time we have now for us to be free from this evil marriage that they join all of us. And I want to talk with Biafrans. Election is coming. Remember, Soludo went to America. He went and denied all of us. He speaks ill about Biafrans in Anambra State. He said that the evil that is going on, 99% is Igbos. So I am pleading with every Biafran in Anambra State, please and please. This man does not have any one of us in his mind. So let us queue together. On the 4th, let us go and do our election for referendum, for a Biafra election. I am pleading with everybody. And again, I want to plead with the government if they can put something like prayer before the day of the election. If you're a Christian, they should give us faith, let us fast and pray. Those that will go on tradition, let them go on tradition, that the spirit of Biafra, they should invoke the spirit of Biafra, that day that election will start, even before that day, let the spirit of Biafra, the heroes that have gone, let them rise up and defend the nation of Biafra.
Yes, so you are right.
Especially at Anambra State. So if those who will pray to God in heaven, let them pray. Those who will pray in the traditional way, let them pray. Whichever God we have, whosoever you believe, let us stand in a gap and make a decree, which I believe that God Almighty is going to answer us. And victory is ours in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
So that is what I want us to know now. And again, please, my husband is an Igbo. from Imo State. I am from Plateau State.
Wow.
So I want to take time and talk to my people. I want to talk to my people in Hausa language.
Go on.
Yes.
He's welcome. Go on.
Yan uwana yan arewa yan middle belt ina roƙon ku don Allah ku san fa Biafra ya rige ya zo. Biafra ya zama is a nation ne ba kasa da na kansu suna da yancin kansu yanzu haka. Nigeria ba ta da wani tagadar da zata ce wai ita kasa ne. Britain ne suka zo suka haɗa mu kawai domin saboda nasu neman arzikin kasansu. So ina roƙon ku yan uwanmu yan arewa yan uwana yan middle belt don Allah ku tashi. Biafra fa watan 11 za su tafi kasansu za su yi zaɓe a Anambra State. Ina roƙon ku mu ma mu shirya namu yanzu haka. Saboda me Biafra sun tafi ba mu hankali ba. Duka damuwan da ke faruwa a Najeriya zai koma kanmu, especially middle belt. So mu tashi, mu ma mu fara shirin namu, yadda za mu yi zabe mu, za mu samu namu yanci. As Biafra are going their own, middle belt will go their own, Arewa will go their own, Yoruba will go their own. So I'm pleading with everybody in Nigeria, even as all the politicians they are talking about 2027, they are deceiving us. There is nothing that will change in that country. So we need to rise up, all of us, to say no to them, to enable us to do what? To get our freedom from the hands of the politicians and Britain. So that is my desire and that is my opinion to everybody in Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, our sister. Moreover, thank you for that your direct you used to talk to our people. Even on our followers yesterday, one of the outside, the real outside people called yesterday and expressed how they feel. So we are happy to that. And if you're on this my platform, feel free to use your dialect to talk to your people. Feel free whenever you come on this platform. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I will send you a message on WhatsApp.
All right, no problem. Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, my people. The teaching what we are doing is sinking to our people's mind. It's going gradually. So you may understand the impact of what we are doing. When you come here, speak down your dialects. Talk to your people. So they know that Biafra of 18, we are not tribalistic people. We are people that want to liberate every indigenous people in the so-called amalgamation of country called Nigeria that was not a country in the first place. Please like the program as you come in. If it's your first time, you will see the link. Touch this link on down session. It will take you to the full page. You can subscribe and also turn the notification on so people may know that we are live. Whatever will come. So share and like. Our election is coming up in Old Anambra on November the 4th. The Biafran people under United States of Biafra government are going to conduct election in the 3 states that made up of Old Anambra, Ikemba, Odimegu, Omambla. And you remember that these people are the first son of the Biafra land through Chukwuemeka Odimegu Ojukwu. The election must hold. We are putting you ahead of what is to come. The challenges. The world do know what we are passing through. They are paying deaf ear because of the profit that make them to do the amalgamation of Nigeria. Nigeria in the first is not a country. I will come back to our document that we are reading. I want to dish out something to you. What you will always present to those who are Nigeria list in anywhere you jam them in the platform. That is why it is good when such thing is playing, record it. You got to record to keep it for record purpose. You have to do that to save you from some stress, from save you to talking to those inconsequential who will not pay attention, who don't want to listen to the truth. They will prove that it's not your voice. The level where we are is that level where South Africa is against Namibia. And what happened? The country, the UN, the US congressmen speak out and they sanction Nigeria And so they sanctioned South Africa, revoked their mandate of being member. By now, Nigeria is supposed to be sanctioned. Revoke the mandate to what makes them to be a member of UN or EU. This is a gospel truth. You know we are passing through today. No, all the Biafras are not coming in Anambra Okole. No Biafras are not coming in Anambra to come and vote. The people of old Anambra that have 3 states that made up of old Anambra under United States of Biafra, the indigenous people that reside, the population people that are made up of old Anambra, that now that divided into 3 states. Go where bro, n'ọchịchị eruo n'ụlọ. Go where bro that you know who is your governor, you know who is your president, you know who is your senator, you know who is the House Representative, you know who is your councillor, you know who is your local government chairman. The 3 states are Odimegwu, Ikemba, and the Omambla. The people are living there alone are going to vote, not you traveling to there to go and vote, because we are not going to be acting like Nigeria, who reports foreign people to come and vote for them. I hope you understand it clearly. Thank you for your understanding. Please remember to support this page. There's something we need. We need Apple laptop. Our Biafran people are already contributing on this. We are contributing. The thing remains small. Once the money completed, we will bring it out here. Before we start using it, we will show it to you here that look at your contribution, that we have achieved it. You can do that through giving me super chat. You can do that through calling my personal line to ask my private account. I will give you, once you send to me, we put it where I have put others. This page has been building by the Biafran people. Everything on this page is building by the Biafran people, the regional Biafran people under United States of Biafra. This page was built after our declaration of United States of Biafra. Biafran people stood up to build this platform. Once I told them I am ready, I'm good to go right now. I have put everything I want within me to come out on social media. They did that to me. Thank you for those who have been supporting. May Elohim bless you, protect you, and nourish your pocket. Replay it back to you in 7 times 70 in a month or in a year or in a day for you, for the widow's mind that you give to me to support this page, for Biafran people to hear this message. Thank you so much once again. Listen to this before we go into our document for the so-called One Nigeria list.
Nigeria is not a country, it's a colonial experiment. Before 1914, there was no Nigeria. What existed were nations powerful, complex, and independent. The Yoruba had their kings and sacred cities. The House of Fulani ruled empires that stretched across the desert. The Igbo practiced one of the oldest forms of democracy. Around them were the Tiv, the Ijaw, the Edo, the Nupe, each with systems of trade, governance, and belief. But the British didn't care about these histories. In 1914, they drew lines on a map and merged over 250 nations into one colony, not for unity, but for profit. They forced kingdoms that had never bowed to each other to suddenly live under one flag. That's why what we call tribal conflict today is not some ancient hatred. It's the crack in a foundation laid by colonial hands. Our ancestors were sovereign before the word Nigeria ever existed. The real question is, if outsiders wrote our borders, who will write our future?
To be sincere, some of these are brothers.
Nigeria is not a country, it's a colonial experiment. Before 1914, there was no Nigeria. What existed were nations powerful, complex, and independent. The Yoruba had their kings and sacred cities. The House of Fulani ruled empires that stretched across the desert. The Igbo practiced one of the oldest forms of democracy. Around them were the Tiv, the Ijaw, the Edo, the Nupe, each with systems of trade, governance, and belief. But the British didn't care about these histories. In 1914, they drew lines on a map and merged over 250 nations into one colony, not for unity, but for profit. They forced kingdoms that had never bowed to each other to suddenly live under one flag. That's why what we call tribal conflict today is not some ancient hatred. It's the crack in a foundation laid by colonial hands. Our ancestors were sovereign before the word Nigeria ever existed. The real question is, if outsiders wrote our borders, who will write our future? Nigeria is not a country, it's a colonial experiment. Before 1914, there was no...
Before 1914, there is nothing like Nigeria anywhere. Then how do we enter the where we are right now? How do we go to where we are right now? Nigeria never a country from the beginning. They did not ask any of us consent before the amalgamation. It happens that after Aridu Noba, the Kumoku warrior, the Kumoku war, Britain tried to penetrate and enter by themselves. They could not. They went back home and studied us. And they know that through the Fulanese, not the Hausas, through the Fulanese, they will invent Biafra land. And that is why the migration comes in. Before 1914, our forefathers are living, maintaining boundaries, respect, living under democracy. We are the people that introduced democracy. I hope you heard this, that the Igbo people was one of the ancient people who maintained democracy. Are you not getting it here? We are out to destroy Nigeria finally. We want to join hands of Mazda Khan and the Biafra government and destroy it in social media. That is why whenever you call, use your dialect, talk to your people to rise up. There is no time to waste time anymore. We have overdue. From 1967 to 1970 to 2025 is confirmed 59 years that we are in this mission. For how long? Now that we have a government to end it up. Your name is IPOB One Nigeria. A fool, idiot, a rebel, a saboteur like you. Fall back people, the criminals who want to continue making the Biafran people, who has nothing to offer you except to fundraising. You come, they will come. They will tell you, put in my account, I will donate. They will take that one. That is what they care. In the name of Biafra, the social media to make money. That is what they are social media. In the fallback, in the accountability, Omar the highway, Adandosho, Faceless Unite, criminals. Let's continue.
Oh, Nigeria. What existed were nations powerful, complex, and independent. The Yoruba had their kings and sacred cities.
The Yoruba had their king and they are settled in their cities. They stay on their own.
The House of Fulani ruled empires that stretched across the desert.
You see it? The Fulanese ruled their empire across the world. The forest, that is where they belong. From the origin, they have been from the origin of life, they are living inside bush, inside forest. That is who they, that is their nature. Because they are not indigenous people. That is why they can pack themselves in the north. And today, they are taking over the north.
Igbo practiced one of the oldest forms of democracy.
The Igbos practicing one of the oldest democracy in the world. Around this with the TV.
And were the Tiv, the Ijaw, the Edo,
the Edo, the Noobs, the Nupe
systems
people.
of trade, governance,
everybody
and
is on their
But
own.
the British didn't care about these histories.
They didn't care about the history.
In 1914, they drew lines on a map and merged over 250 nations into one colony. Not for unity, but for profit.
Not
They
for
forced
unity,
kingdoms that
for
never bowed to
not
each
for
other to
unity.
suddenly live under
For
one
what?
flag. That's why what
They did not do this because of the unity, because of profit, how much they're going to make. What is that profit? Laying down from Imo State down to Britain. That is the mission they want to accomplish. They are laying down pipe. Now France has joined Britain to lay down that pipe. That is why every time you see Tinubu running to France. They are laying down pipe from Imo State, from Biafra down to Europe. The mission will be accomplishing either in 1920, 29 slash 19 slash 2030. Now that is when Britain told you that Nigeria will become a failed state, because by that time that is when they want to leave Nigeria finally, when they have this pipe laid down, but we will stop them. The Biafra government has to stop them, my people. Honestly, you must support the government.
he called tribal conflict today is not some ancient hatred.
The tribal conflict we are having is not hatred. It's because of what Britain wants. And that is why my prayer is that now that the Britain children are rising up to ask their father to remove these migrants in their country, may what happened to us in 1967 to 1970 till this day, may it happen to Britain. May Britain pass through what Biafra people are passing through from next year as they are planning to migrate all the Fulanis, all the Muslims in their country, to ask them to leave. May happen to them, I pray. May happen to them, the former case that Biafran people respect so much, and care all they are for Mko, may happen to them, to Britain. So they will experience it. He said, my people, let us go back to our document. Let us go back. We did this because of reason. Because of the document that we are reading. That's why I told you we prepare. Anyhow it comes, we give it to. One of them one of the Fulanis come here in the morning. He run away now. We start playing things that happen in Nigeria, he run away. When we start reading history, he run away. Yes, we must continue. The ability of a new elected government to extract effective control is a matter of fact and the internal capacity, which is often considered by several factors that are independent of the electoral mandate. The vote we are talking about is to prove to the world that the United States of Biafra is in charge in the homeland, both home and abroad, that the government has effective control of their people. It's no longer only to use to only sit at home to prove this mandate also. Now it's to use the election. That is why you must support the election. That is why if you're from Old Anambra, you must vote, whether online on the homeland. That is why, to chase away Nigeria.
The country may be burdened with debt inherited from the predecessor state or colonial power, severely limiting its budget. Resource control. Major natural resources, oil, minerals, etc., may be controlled by international corporations or local powerful elites, making it difficult for the new government to collect revenue and direct economic policy. Lack of infrastructure, poor roads, communication networks, and power grids can physically limit the government's ability to project authority and services across the territory. 4. Domestic political challenges. Deep social divisions. The election may exacerbate existing ethnic, religious, or regional rivalries, with losing groups refusing to accept the results or the new government's authority. Constitutional disputes. The legal framework itself might be new or contested, leading to power struggles between the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. In summary, an election grants the new government a mandate, legitimacy, which is essential under international law principles. However, effective control, capacity, is a practical matter achieved over time by building robust state institutions, integrating or neutralizing non-state armed actors, and establishing economic stability. The election is the beginning of the process of building a fully functioning state, not the end of it.
I hope you had it. We are going to be playing paragraph by paragraph, explaining it paragraph by paragraph, so it will sink to our people's mind. We want to break it down to every layman understanding in a common words.
That is absolutely correct. A free and fair election is a crucial legitimizing step for a new government, but it certainly does not automatically mean that the new government is in full effective control of the new country. The ability of a newly elected government to exert effective control is a matter of fact and internal capacity, which is often constrained by several factors that are independent of the electoral mandate. Factors limiting a new...
I hope you are following. The ability, the mandate of electoral power. Yes, I have responded to him. He will said when he said, okay. Okole, I have responded to you. I follow Okole also. You will see where he said, okay, I have responded to him. I have addressed him. He said, okay, after talking to him. So I have done that. No, I don't leave questions without addressing. Once the question comes, address it. And when I'm I will mentioning your name. Bernard Okoye, I have addressed his question. He can testify to that. So I have done that, my brother. Let's continue.
Government's immediate control. 1. Administrative and bureaucratic capacity. Lack of trained personnel. The new government may inherit a civil service that is inexperienced, under-resourced, or lacking in the technical expertise needed to manage complex state functions, tax collection, infrastructure, public health, etc.
No, the Biafran people, we are not hiring any amateur. The people in the government are those who live in a country where all of them has equal the same position and what they read in school in abroad. So that is our truth. Our own is quite different. Let them just grant us this our request and see how we turn the world around and how we put things in Nigeria. That every indigenous people, we have their right. We believe in democracy from the beginning of our world. The administrative of the nation of Biafra are professionals. So this aspect, we have nothing to lose about it. We have those that in the government, we have those who understand it, we have those that their capacity is what they are into right now. That is why the government is very important. If you are if you are in the social media, a newscaster in abroad, they give you a position. If you are into social media in abroad, they give you a position also. If you read accountant, that is where you are. If you read history, that is where you are. If you're a doctor, that is where you are. If you're a professor, we are not going to be like Nigeria. That is why we are building from scratch a full foreign state that will maintain every human rights authorities. Everything in between is what we are bringing to you. That's why we are bringing a new dimension to the world by the world recognizing United States of Biafra as a new country, my people. I hope you understand those that are in your government. Hope you do. Now, remember, we are discussing the challenges.
Weak institutions. Core state institutions like the judiciary, police, and regulatory bodies may be fragile, corrupted, or not yet fully established or respected.
Listen, all these are challenges of a new country, but our own is not like that. We are training well, we are giving professional police training. You don't know. If you know what the government is doing, you will stand up every day and bow for your government. We are training best army, best military, best police, best road safety, best immigration, best air force. That is what we are training. We are different from that thing that people are thinking. On this document, everything you are saying is a challenge to like people like South Sudan. It's not going to be our problem because we are too smart. We are too intelligent. We are in all over the country. We are also people that are well read in any country where we are. In the world, and a Biafra man is the highest professor, no doubt. So that is the kind of people that we are bringing in. And the Biafra government is made up of the vibrant youth that their brain are very hot. The youth that are creating AI, the people that are creating chat IGPT and all what's known. That is the kind of people we have. So these challenges, all these alias challenges is not our problem. All these things are in control. Now listen to the main problem that we're going to face as the challenges I told you.
2. Security and territorial control. Armed groups and paramilitaries. The election may not end internal conflicts. Rebel groups, local militias, or former liberation movement forces may refuse to disarm or recognize their new authority, especially in border or remote.
Do you hear it? Now, Gentle, Butozo, and their makeup, this is where they come in. This is where IPOB, One Nigeria, comes in. This is where Fallback comes in. This is where Adando comes in. This is where Ohanes and governors comes in. This is the area I told that we must pay attention. Now, if they do not know that after the creation of a new country, having their first election, that rebel will be there, why did they use that word rebel? They see Ogenkere as a rebel who will bring problem. They will see Imam Maduaba as a problem. They call all of them what? Rebel, that want to stop the movement of the new government for the new country, who will not accept the election the way they did not accept our declaration. The way IPOB did not accept our declaration. They are all rebel in the eyes of the international community. They knew, but they will keep silent because they're getting oil from our land. Now, do you understand the challenges? I hope you are following. I hope we are making common sense. I hope we are making, my people are asking questions. I hope now you understand the challenges. Security. Also, Nigeria security also. They told you here what? Armed group and the parliamentary issues. The election may not end internal conflict. Rebel group, local militias, or former liberation movement forces may refuse to be disarmed or recognize the new government. That is where Gento comes in. That is where Butuzo comes in. That is where Jamaica comes up. The rebels. They express it fully for you to understand it. Now that we are preparing for election. Now that we are preparing for election. Armed group and the parliamentaries. The election may not end internal conflict. Rebel group, local militaries, or former liberation movement force may refuse to disarm or take instruction from the new government. That is where we are. Are you seeing it? You must prepare ourselves because this individual, this group they are mentioning here, they will come. Sister Rose, I see you. Good evening from here. Very long time. Hope you are okay. Or are you planning to resign? This is why we are not seeing you anymore. Local problems that we are going to face, the challenges that we are going to face now that we are going to our election. They say that this group of IPOB, group of fallback, group of Ndiomada Highway, group of Adandocho. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Are you hearing how they mention them, how they describe them here? All these things are here. All these groups, are they not into our midst? Let me repeat those groups for you. If you know that the groups that I'm going to mention from these documents, that they are here in the midst of us, well, as I'm mentioning them, calling them their names, go on and join me. Armed group and the local vigilantes. The election may not end internal conflicts of the Biafra people. We have internal conflict already. Or you don't know, the internal conflict they are talking that the election will not end is internal conflict of IPOB, One Nigeria. Imam Maduabo, Ogenkere, Sanaya and their group, Vagabond and Adandosho with Faces Unite. These are those that the world, the international community said that the international community said that these people are rebel. And the old liberation army happened to be Gento, Butozo, and Jamaica, Owam, and those who follow, who believe in that their shenanigans they are doing there. That is what our PM call internal conflict. Okay, you are right. We will not fight this, we will not get this recognition without this internal conflict, because without that you will not value it. And check how many years of our agitation. We have agitated for 59 years, minus 5 years of Matt Simon Eba, who get the action done. Every other person, 54 years is what we use to do agitation. Why other countries use 24 years to get their own? Our own has lasted to 59 years. You're all together. From 1967 to 2025. Remember, 1 decade is 12 years. Is 1 decade. 2 decades is 24 years. Plus our own. We have over how many decades? Over how many decades? Over how many decades, my people? So as we are seeing all this that we are bringing to you, are you happy that we everything that we are passing through is under document? Those are the world hide it from us. That is why to this only, if you have been following me on this page, this is all I'm doing. The only way I mention these people's name, like once I reach this kind of place that they are position of them. That's when you will see me talking. That is the only way you see me mention their name. Or on normal, I don't mention their name. I don't. I ask you for one thing, please, on this page, we need your support. We want to get together. So when we come, we put this document on screen. You can even screenshot from the screen and save it. Please support us. You can give us super chat. If you go to that page, you will see that place in bracket they put S, a sign of dollar. You can touch it. It will ask you to purchase. Then how do you purchase? You will see where it says super chat sent. What you will do is what? There is a line there. You will draw that line. If you want to send $1, you can see it there. You can send it. If you want to drop €1, you can draw it depending on the country where you are, because it will give you the currency depend on the country where you are. So you can draw the line. If you want to draw $5, it is there. If it is $1, it is there. It is allowed. Once you draw it, you send it, it will go. It's only debited that from your account. So please support us with your Windows Smite. We want laptop, Apple laptop. Why do we decide for Apple laptop? We will not be able to. So with that, we will not going to spend money again to start going and buying camera to hang around. The camera of that one is 100% okay. Please support us. We need your support. As you do so, may Elohim bless you as you join to build this page. Arm group and the militia from Nigeria, local vigilante. They may like to try that today. Through them what might use them to use police also. Then rebel group, local militia, or former liberation movement force that refuses to do what? A formal liberation movement force like Gentle Butozo. Please, my brother, we are not giving job here. Here we'll talk about our freedom. Please, that's what we do here. We talk about our freedom. Please. This old liberation movement force may refuse to be disarmed or to respect the new authority of the new government. What you see Butoso and their so-called hot are doing already. They call them rebel under international law. They say that there are challenges that the new country is going to face once they want to conduct election in their land. That they may come. They may say no. Now, if that day you see Gentle Butozo and all those people who believe in them coming out to come and disturb the election, what are you going to say? They are rebel. The world do know. But our problem is the long silence of the world. Is it when everybody wipe out is when you intervene. Our own is overdue. 59 good years. We are looking for this freedom. Without even military wing. Namibia just started their own on January 1966. January, on that 1966 year, on August 26, they go into armed struggle. And they went into armed struggle till 1989. They now got their independence from South Africa on 1990. Have we done more than have we done like that? The only thing I told you, and I never searched is about their leaders. If the leader was arrested or kidnapped, I will find out in due time, and I will bring it to you. These are facts and figures that we all must know. The new authority, especially in the border or remote regions, this could cause a problem by this so-called old liberation and who refuses to obey, to take instruction from our government, that refuse declaration, like and the IPOB One Nigeria and the Ndibo and all of them. These are challenges that we are going to face. Because of this challenge, are you going to stop what you are doing? Are you going to withdraw your support under the government? When the international conflict goes on more than what we think, are you going to stop? I will be here to remind you, when you are not coming to this comment section, I will tell you, have you joined P2? Have you run away? Control over border. Listen.
Regions. Control over borders. The government may lack the capacity to fully police its borders, allowing for illicit trade, smuggling, or the movement of hostile groups.
Do you hear that? Yes, as a new country, we may not have everything to control our border, but it's not an excuse. The government may lack the capacity to fully police its border. We can do it. We have what it takes to do that. That is why the government are taking time to build and train the police to be a professional one. Not like what you are seeing in Nigeria. Not like Butus and Gentle. Because they're not professional. Allowing for trader, struggling or movement of the hostage group. That is, you can allow, because of we are not really fully take control of our land. Nigeria government might do one or two things, but the international community are watching them. All these are challenges that we need to take in charge of it. This is what the government must know something to do about it.
3. Economic and financial constraints. Sovereign debt and assets. The country may be burdened with debt inherited from the predecessor state or colonial power.
Who is this colonial power? Nigeria and Britain. They don't want us to collect our tax in our land. They don't want everything to be happening to us. Because that is the profit that makes them to amalgamate Nigeria. But we are there. We are going to take it by force, whether they like it or not.
Limiting its budget. Resource control. Major natural resources, oil, minerals, etc., may be controlled by international corporations or local powerful elites, making it difficult for the new government to collect revenue and direct economic policy.
Do you hear it? I hope you are hearing it. Why we are dying? Why the world are not talking? Why the congressmen we just got in America and told that Nigeria is a bad country? Is this, is that, is this the solution? Why they know that the solution is Biafra and not supporting because of the gain, the profit they are making from Biafra land? And that is why they want us to wipe away. But we will not wipe away. We will defend our land. That is what it is. It is what it is, my people. Then we must continue. Because of oil, mineral resources, etc., may be controlled by international corporation of local power of Nigeria government. Today, Nigeria and Britain are the one controlling the oil. Is it not true? Please, if you never hit the like button, want to get up to 70 like, please hit all, because the more you like, the more people are knowing that we are live and they will come and join us. Please do that. You don't know that there is somebody who is watching my program because of you like, and because of you share. That is how you are bringing them. Continue doing that. Please continue liking. If you your first time of coming, there is a 3 dots in front of your phone. On the right hand side of your phone, the way I'm pointing my hand, look up your phone on the right hand side. You will see a 3 dot in front of you. Touch that 3 dots. Once it's open, you will see like and share. You do that. And the link down is for you to like and share the program. Okay, Chugu, you're welcome. Thank you. Despite coming late. But thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for coming. My Biafran people, we must continue to solve our problem, the challenges that's coming. Make it difficult for the new government to collect revenue and direct economy policy. That is what is happening in our land. When we talk A, the fallback, the IPOB, they will talk B, supporting the Nigerian government. This is all we are passing through, and we are going to pass more. Now we are we are going to conduct election in Biafra land. Lack of infrastructure.
Lack of infrastructure, poor roads, communication networks and power grids can physically limit the government's ability to project authority and services across the territory.
We are not going to have all this. Give us our land first. Give us recognition first. See how we in a twinkle of eyes. Why now that Nigeria, the economy, they have a poor road, no road in Nigeria, no good network, no hospital, no security. There is none of this. The only way they have the authority is to go to Biafra land and kill those Biafrans and take our oil. That is only where they have that is only where Nigeria have the territory to protect the integrity. Except that nothing, no school. Go and check. No school in Nigeria, no good hospital, no good road. This country where I am, everywhere is, whether street or whether country, everywhere is tied. If you are come down from this my room now, I am marching on a tight street road that even have those who are cleaning it every blessed day, 2 times in a day. Morning and afternoon, the denied person will take over. That is the kind of country we want to build. A clear country, clean country. We have what it takes to build it. Give us our international recognition. See how we handle it for 10 years. We turn everywhere to become a paradise. Number 4.
4. Domestic political challenges. Deep social divisions. The election may exacerbate existing ethnic, religious or regional rivalries, with losing groups refusing to accept the results or the new government's authority.
Do you hear that? You know that after this our election, IPOB will come now. In the one Nigeria we talk. They will say it's self-acclaimed referendum. That we don't know about it. Where you have over 15 who voted for it in self-referendum. Now it's time to prove more. That is why we are calling on you to see all these things, to prove them wrong. That is why I am presenting this to you, for you to have your conscience, for you to know the problem that we are about to face through and how to handle all these problems. This is the fact. This is the truth. This is the figure. This is the thing they hide from us. They don't want us to know. Ndị IPOB ga-asị mba. Ndị autopilot ga-asị mba. Ndị fallback ga-asị mba. But does it matter? The world look at them as rebel. That is what's supposed to be your happiness. That the world knows there is a rebel group. In Finland, the red Finland people are the rebel in the time of Finland. They are against what the white are doing. The way Ogenkiri and the IPOB, one Nigeria, is against declaration. That's what I told you. Everything is happening in between, my people. Everything is happening in between. Let us continue.
Constitutional disputes. The legal framework itself might be new or contested, leading to power struggles between the executive, legislative, and judicial branches.
Yes, it's going to be a power struggle, but we are winning seriously because our framework is very clean and open. It's not a hiding framework. Our framework is open. Everything is working perfectly. Everything is going well. The only thing we are lacking is this international recognition to remove Nigeria in our land. Nigeria is supposed to sanction Nigeria by now. What you did to South Africa is what they expect to do to Nigeria right now. sanction them, revoke their the integrity of useless Nigeria. That's not a country of the company profit of America, because sorry, profit of Britain. The profit of Britain is Nigeria for you. They are laying pipe from Imo State down to Europe, and the so stupid Jovica and the Dibia, the white man Dibia cannot talk about it because they are benefiting. They are giving them one change, and they are okay with it. Fools everywhere. Let's continue.
In summary, an election grants the new government a mandate, legitimacy, which is essential under international law.
The election grant the new government a mandate, legitimacy, which is essential under international law principle. That is why we must conduct this election, despite what enemy might bring on. Do not listen. Do not listen to any of all the trash that they're going to say. Kelly, you know that you are a Fulani man now. Kelly, you are a Fulani man. So what will I do to you? Will allow you to comment your rubbish. After that, I will delete all of them, unless you have repented. Unless you have repented. I hope you are listening. Why the Biafra people must conduct election? And also that what we are doing. Okay, I'm making point today. Kelly has repented. I will not block you again. So yesterday I just remove you. Let me give you another chance. The Biafran people, what we have to do on our election, on our own election of the Biafran people, not Nigeria election, because this page support United States of Biafra. Now that we are not looking for our freedom through violence. Kelly, do you know that Namibia was a country who get their independence from South Africa from 1966 to 1990? They fought South Africa to get their independence. Kelly, do you know that? We are Biafrans. Do you know that in Africa, that Eritrea as a country fought Ethiopia to get their independence? And the same war we are passing through today as the Biafran people is what Namibia passed through in the hands of South Africa. Does it make that? Kelly, do you know about Namibia as a country in Africa? If you know about Namibia, ask of Namibia history, ask which delegate their independence from which country. So why do you think that we asking for Biafra, being a Biafra, is a crime? It's not a crime. It's not prohibited. It's not abomination. It is the people's choice. It is the people's right to decide what they will do. Which our election under international law, we have the right to do that.
Principles. However, effective control capacity is a practical matter achieved over time by building robust state institutions, integrating or neutralizing non-state armed actors, and establishing economic stability. The election is the beginning of the process of building a fully functioning state, not the end of it.
I hope you had it. Kelly, have you hit the like button? Have you liked the program? And you did not subscribe on our page because I check you. You are not there. Come, we want to educate ourselves. We are here to tell ourselves the reality. We will not run away from this reality. Before 1914, Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is a country because of Britain's interests, because of the profit they want to make. That's why they are a country. Biafra exodus starts on November 29, 2024. We exit Nigeria. Finally. So, in summary, an election grants the new government a mandate legitimacy, which is essential under international law principle. However, effective control capacity is a particular matter achieving over time by building robust state institutions or neutralizing non-state armed actors like Butos and Gentle and Makeup. These are not state actors once we start having our election in Biafra land. The establishing economic stability in our own new country called United States of Biafra. The election is the beginning of the process of building fully functioning state, not the end of it. The election, once we have this election, once we conduct this election in Biafra land, in old Anambra, between Ikemba or Dimegu and Omambala, that means that the government is fully functioning. And that is the beginning to build a new country. It's not end of it. You had it here clearly. Now, we have come to the end of the program, but we allow the two documents, the history of Namibia and this one, to play for you. So after that, if anybody want to call, you are free to. Now it's time for call. Number to call remains +97333051337. That is number to call. +97333051337. That is number to call on WhatsApp if you want to call on this program, as we are playing all this that we have did right now. How Namibia gets their independence from South Africa. Listen to it. Record this. Hold it for your self-defense also. When you go to some media, you just play it to them.
Namibia's independence from South Africa was a complex, decades-long process, 1966 to 1990, driven by a combination of armed struggle, international diplomacy, and geopolitical shifts. The process unfolded across three main fronts. 1. The armed struggle, 1966 to 1989.
Please hit the like button. Hit the like
actor in
button.
the armed struggle was the Southwest Africa People's Organization, SWAPO, specifically its armed wing, the People's Liberation Army of Namibia, PLAN. 1966. The conflict officially began on August 26, 1966, with SWAPO's first armed attack on the South African Defence Force, SADF, at Omagulagwambash. This marked the start of the South African Border War, or the Namibian War of Independence. Guerrilla warfare. PLAN operated mainly from bases in neighboring Angola and Zambia, conducting guerrilla attacks against South African military and administrative targets in the north of Namibia. The Angolan connection. The struggle became deeply entangled with the Angolan Civil War.
Yes, we have a phone caller. That's what we want. We are happy when our people call on our platform. Yes, Wanda. Wanda, good evening from here. You are welcome to this Hello platform. You are welcome.
Happy Sunday.
I wish you the best.
Biafras, good evening, good evening, good evening, Biafras, happy Sunday. Thank you so much, Brachina. Thank you for this education that you are giving to us this evening. And my people, do you know that this Namibia, is a country on its own, and they have their freedom out of
South Africa.
And do you know those that stand for them is Finland. It's finished. Finish help them.
Yes.
So to achieve their independence. Do you see that the education that our brother is giving to us, that if you research, we see everything. This Finland today, instead of them, to help us to achieve our, to stand for us because of our resources, and Nigeria, and what Nigeria cannot do does not exist, because of our oil. And they're using this, our oil, to be getting grants. When the people that have oil are dying in hunger, dying in everything. See, can you people believe that? I think this pipe from
Imo State.
Imo State, it's a new one. It's new one, because remember that the one that I learned from from Warri, from Warri, yeah, because they lay it through this Niger and all those Niger. Because of this disagreement, Nigeria and Niger,
Yeah.
Niger shot it. So that they have agreement. I think Nigeria have agreement, and Nigeria and Europe I have agreement with Morocco.
Morocco and Britain.
Yeah. So because they're laying that pipe from there, you see, that's why one of the I think who said that is that you see Nigeria breaking down 2002.
Britain said that Nigeria would become a first state in 2030 because of they want to accomplish their mission of this pipe before then.
Yes. So my Biafras, we can't wait. We're going to shut it down. It belongs to us, not for them. It's now because see, you guys should not be afraid. You guys, if everybody is afraid, we cannot secure our territory. We cannot have our own Biafra. You see the assurance that our DPM that is. You see yesterday the way she spoke. To tell you that she has gone far. And Asorok na Bahalia. Asorok, na Bahalia now.
Yes, sir.
Asorok is on fire. So be honest. Because Emma, there's something that Honorable said this morning about one in Socha. That all those honest Zendibo.
Yeah,
honest Zendibo. That they contact her and told her to be speaking against this.
You remember I was saying it from day one that this one is a member of Igbo World Congress. Remember I was saying it from day one.
Yes.
Remember on Mouse.
Yes, from day one.
Yes, because I have an uncle who is a member of Igbo World Congress. He said, "This woman, you think that they are fighting with you people? No, this one is our member. What about she's representing us? You know, I've been hitting it from Humble Silent Platform when I don't have a platform. You remember?
No, from now, from the one you are the one that say this that it's from Igbo Congress, Igbo World Congress, and the one will just say it today that that contacted her to be speaking against
USB
this protest. No, protest of Showore, about this freedom. Yeah. So when we're in the airspace today, and also John, he said that he hears someone calls him from that side, from our own side, from that place where our onion do not.
Yeah.
So now, even Ogenkere, they call Ogenkere that Ogenkere should be speaking against the protest. Ogenkere say no. That if you do it, people gabia we never know. So they are afraid because now everybody for the sick now. Or no more or none do I got no. So everybody for the sick now. So ego here I just no make they go for nothing because they cannot carry it. You understand? And you see how our people are so wicked that you see one thing is that it's good to follow who no road.
Exactly.
Biafrans, what I will tell you people that you see, it's we that hold ourselves, not Nigeria, not Britain. When we rise, Britain will know yes that these people they are ready to take their destiny on their hands.
That is what Alan Smith, that big man from America who joined us in the morning on comment section. That's what we said. He said we are the one holding ourselves. He said we are the one.
We are the one. Yes, because it's good to be telling ourselves the truth, not to be lying to ourselves. Because when I want to say, people say, it's good that ourselves. If now that we have Dr. Ngozi Rabeze, you know that, let me tell you something. You guys know, Europe or America, apart from some African countries that is not respecting women. Anywhere women enter, women that know what is doing, what she's doing, you must get that thing that she's seeking for. She must get it. And our Dr. Ngozi Rabeze, our DPM, she have got everything that she needed. That's why that yesterday, if you people see the way she spoke, you will know that yes, we're on top. But we cannot be in abroad, still being in home. Because we're going to do our own, you know. We're going to do our own, and we are giving you people assurance that people can never lack money.
For
no
sure.
matter how we are donating, please let us take this our vote serious. This our vote we send to another one for. We send it to exile. This our voting. This our vote we take. We sweep them out of our land,
Exactly.
out of our 40 states. No matter how it comes strong, we keep him pushing. That's why I dislike those who say that they are man, but they cannot face a challenge. I dislike them. I don't like somebody who comes now. Maybe, for example, if you come and phone you say, I'm just watching. I'm just waiting for Hamadike, or I'm just waiting for Obatobia. Come on, what are you waiting for? If Obatobia is waiting for Nandekano to come out, may we reach in this place.
No, if Mas Nanekan did not take it off from Owazuike, what will be the end? Fools everywhere.
Come on, look at Onyendu. Do you know the reason why that man he's still there? Because he refused every damn thing that promised him. That's why we can say that only evil man that he respects is Nandekano. You know the reason why he said that? Because I tried Nandekano in any corner, in any he said no. You that have your freedom of eating anything you like. This is the time. Biafra, this is opportunity. And we can't lose it. I'm not among of you guys, that have a negative. I have positive. And I have energy. I have energy that yes, we are getting it. We cannot fold our hands
anymore
because of the word.
We have wasted many years. We have wasted 59 years. Wasted 59 years.
And then waiting, my brother, and then waiting, which year is that waiting, is in this law that we are reading, I think it's last week or last 2 weeks. It's dangerous.
It's that is over long time agitation. The danger is what we are seeing today. Many saboteurs everywhere. The danger.
That's why we have this many saboteurs now. That's why we have this around us. You understand? But we are conquering them.
Yes.
Can't you see? Yesterday, what our DPM said that, you see that smile. He told you people that why you people are stopping, why some people are stopping. Before you go to in America, she has gone there and come and they're waiting for you to come. To say they're not Kwadebe.
Yes, sir.
We should not fear this woman. We should not fear this Dr. Ngozi Rabeze and the cabinet because they're working day and night. And I want to still use opportunity. Anybody that because of my own ID card, to apply ID card will never pass this week. If you never apply, go apply your ID card. It's very necessary. ndị Thomas na-asị gịnị ka ha ji adị kaadị eme ebe ha na-enwetabe nsị ebe onye na-enwetabe ogiri because of na ya naba nsị okay nọrụrụ there please don't doubt because in this month either this month that will either this month next month that will start everybody that will start from Africa. You will see that few will be too much.
Yes.
You people should start because immediately our passport comes out. We are going home. We are going to occupy our land.
People do not understand it. That is why I'm bringing all these things out for you to know more. That there is many ways that we have undergone this process that we are into.
Biafrans, enough is enough. Biafrans is we that hold ourselves. See this, our brother. The time I started with him, not from humble lion, no.
Yes, now from Obi-Wan and Digo.
We start. Obi-Wan and Digo. We started from Obi-Wan and Digo. I don't even know that this my brother. The way he speak, I said no. Let me enter. Why this man always speaking like this? I didn't even know that this man one of maybe in a police or army before. Because in the phone over Tobia that time, you know.
Yeah.
Because now you want Bundi so about Tobia will grow up that yes, more so cool. Because that time cover Tobia started, you know, Omechia Game, around 12 sales, I can hear.
Yes, now.
Or be online. That time, how many cover Tobia, how many cyber common, you know? But see, my brothers, please, we should support our own. We should support our brother. Real Biafra TV is teaching, is taking it, he just revise everything, and he's taking us in a new dimension. And this is a new dimension. Who among us will say that he's not enjoying it? Who among? It's not that where they're teaching good things, you will not see people there. It's few people will be there. But when they are doing saga, you will see people full everywhere. Just put everything. Just say, tomorrow I have something. It's very important that this man say or this man. You will see people that will be queuing there. But this is a teaching that will benefit us. You will know what this law said. You will know what international law said. You will know what international about you and about other nations that have their own independence. Please, we need a support.
We need your support only on laptop.
We need
that is
your
what
support.
remain, please. We
We
need
need
the
a
support.
laptop.
You can do from super chat anywhere you can. Please help us because
Yes.
we want to be putting
Yes.
this document in front of you, so you can screenshot it and read on your own, or you can screenshot and post on your S handle or your Instagram or anywhere. So the enemies will also be reading. So they will also be afraid because our problem is that we don't have a document. The world will hide this thing from us, but we are here to bring it out as in the hot. That is how we are going to bring it out fast for us to know it. We use research to have my own phone. If I want to do phone, I use research. If I'm on break, I do research.
Yes, Biafra, we can do it. No matter that, yes. You see, some people will be complaining.
Yeah.
This one done, this one done. The time will be repeating it. You will not see. Okay, look at us now that I live in UK. Do you know what I'm reaping in UK? Which I did not even sow. But the people that, the people that do the work, fight in this land, they are safety in this land. Do you know that even their children now, they are against immigrants now? Their children now, they are telling their government that they must deport all immigrants to go back. Because they want to collect, because even they are crying that what their father suffered to get for them, they are no more enjoying it. No matter anything. And if you look at it also, they are no more enjoying it. They are no more enjoying it. Because then they are listening, how they go not know what to do here. Obodo ha dị ọzọ ka Great Britain anymore. Obodo ha dị ọzọ ka ọ dị before. Ha na-adịkwa obodo ha. Ọ fọrọ nwa obere, maybe in 20 years time. Some place you can go, you must feel a British man, a British woman. I'm telling you. Oh, we can do 20 years time, 30 years time. In the man was a good no, I'm telling you. I said, my heart is going come on, now. Family.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, because if you hear me now, I hear, how dare you? And the mistake in the American, how allow her, waiting here, now there is now this parliament.
Yes, now.
Who that give me secret? Because I'm not there. In how many mayor, Bo in the Pakistan. They are not missing out. Oboda agona. Ya kaja fight we kahafo roboderi I was hamba. Na nye bi go to. Enough is enough. Omo Biafra. Oboda Europe na bayara because of Guinea, because of Biafra, and because of this brother Niger people, Niger people and
Burkina Faso and Mali.
And
Mali
and the base. I think there are 3 places and even Senegal partially. Senegal people now partially, no, they are not with 100% with France. So this opportunity, I get you a grab what you do the bang. And come back on cause because I never put that law every time, every maybe twice in a year, how do you make it day? Damn Gabia, how can I lose the passport? Or go for this passport, how many years? How can I wear?
Now.
Before they me, I am not go bang. Just so, no need me in it. If all, only she may be better. If we do you gonna the embassy, take us submit the passport to her. We can never go to it.
That is why you need Biafra very fast.
We need Biafra very, very fast. Oh, no, careful. Happen there, or here not what Thomas, here not one and every time I'm not singing, I beg you, and I lay that thing in other half on
the doubting Thomas.
Some hen,
Doubting
all those things that our father, our president, Nnamdi Okukano, he prophesied things. All those things, are they not going to pass?
They are going to pass. They are all fulfillment.
All fulfillment. So please, I'm not talking because I know how to talk. I just from, we are just close our estate now. If you don't do it, who will do it for you? Is it them that will do it? One name, Binyenu, I have a qua. I have a Galilia. Nine Galilia. God, yeah. One negi. See now I'm in the UK, now I'm in America, now I'm in Europe. I never won't say that the wine. What I've never no, village, when it won't see. Why you put it once here? Why you smile? Oh, you smile. Oh, that's not been a do, Mama. Yesterday, I didn't know, I'm a program, someone, other someone. One of our brother called from monitor. Also, that 1 year wine, you full of one there. So now they have one here. Monitor. Yes. No more the one they make it now. Now short now. Soludo has turned all the Anambra to something else, even more than Imo State now.
It's true.
Are you people happy? Now Soludo na Kubutela anymore. But the son, the son, the son you ne ipantagalele na palele. Na London. Come on, Kubuya Utakodo. Fear will not even let you to confront him. Because of what? Because of the law of the land. Come one name, Dukono. Utakoham no. Chino.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Agadrina.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, we still play. We are summarizing and we are waiting for our people's call. If your call comes in, we take. So we are finally rounding up on our program. This is our last document. Just listen to this, and once it ends, we are good to go.
South Africa frequently intervened in Angola to attack SWAPO bases and support anti-communist forces, UNITA. This regionalization of the conflict brought in Cuban troops to support the Angolan government, MPLA, and, indirectly, to check the SADF's power. 2. The international and legal pressure, 1966 to 1978. The international community played a decisive role by consistently delegitimizing South Africa's control. Revocation of the mandate, 1966. After World War I, the territory, then Southwest Africa, was placed under South Africa's mandate by the League of Nations. South Africa refused to relinquish it to UN trusteeship. In 1966, the UN General Assembly officially revoked South Africa's mandate, declaring its continued presence illegal and asserting that Namibia was under the direct responsibility of the UN. ICJ rulings. The International Court of Justice, ICJ, issued several crucial advisory opinions. A 1971 ICJ ruling confirmed the illegality of South Africa's presence in Namibia and called on UN member states to refrain from any dealings with South Africa that implied recognition of its authority over the territory. Recognition of SWAPO, 1973. The UN officially recognized SWAPO as the sole and authentic representative of the Namibian people. UN Resolution 435, 1978. This became the universally accepted blueprint for independence. It called for a ceasefire, the withdrawal of South African forces, and the deployment of a United Nations Transition Assistance Group, UNTAG, to oversee free and fair elections. 3. The Diplomatic Resolution and Final Transition, 1988 to 1990. The path to independence was ultimately opened by a major geopolitical shift. The Tripartite Agreement, 1988. The military stalemate in Angola, notably following the Battle of Quito Cuanavale, 1987-1988, created conditions for a diplomatic solution. US-mediated talks between Angola, Cuba, and South Africa led to the New York Accords in December 1988. This agreement stipulated the withdrawal of all Cuban troops from Angola, the simultaneous implementation of UN Resolution 435, leading to Namibia's independence, UNTAG deployment, 1989. The UN Transition Assistance Group, UNTAG, was deployed to Namibia in April 1989. Its role was to supervise the registration of voters, monitor the South African police, supervise the demobilization of forces, and ensure a free and fair electoral process. Elections and independence, 1989-1990. Constituent Assembly elections were held in November 1989 under UN supervision, with a high voter turnout. SWAPO won a clear majority. The Constituent Assembly drafted and adopted the country's constitution. On March 21, 1990, Namibia was officially granted independence, with SWAPO leader Sam Nujoma sworn in as the first president.
Thank you, my people. That is what we have to present to you. The only last comment we have here is to present to you the challenges. After this, we won't end the program.
That is absolutely correct. A free and fair election is a crucial legitimizing step for a new government, but it certainly does not automatically mean that the new government is in full effective control of the new country. The ability of a newly elected government to exert effective control is a matter of fact and internal capacity, which is often constrained by several factors that are independent of the electoral mandate. Factors limiting a new government's immediate control. 1. Administrative and bureaucratic capacity. Lack of trained personnel. The new government may inherit a civil service that is inexperienced, under-resourced, or lacking in the technical expertise needed to manage complex state functions, tax collection, infrastructure, public health, etc. Weak institutions. Core state institutions like the judiciary, police, and regulatory bodies may be fragile, corrupted, or not yet fully established or respected. 2. Security and territorial control. Armed groups and paramilitaries. The election may not end internal conflicts. Rebel groups, local militias, or former liberation movement forces may refuse to disarm or recognize the new authority, especially in border or remote regions. Control over borders. The government may lack the capacity to fully police its borders, allowing for illicit trade, smuggling, or the movement of hostile groups. 3. Economic and financial constraints. Sovereign debt and assets. The country may be burdened with debt inherited from the predecessor state or colonial power, severely limiting its budget. Resource control. Major natural resources, oil, minerals, etc., may be controlled by international corporations or local powerful elites, making it difficult for the new government to collect revenue and direct economic policy. Lack of infrastructure. Poor roads, communication networks, and power grids can physically limit the government's ability to project authority and services across the territory. 4. Domestic political challenges. Deep social divisions. The election may exacerbate existing ethnic, religious, or regional rivalries, with losing groups refusing to accept the results or the new government's authority. Constitutional disputes. The legal framework itself might be new or contested, leading to power struggles between the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. In summary, an election grants the new government a mandate, legitimacy, which is essential under international law principles. However, effective control, capacity, is a practical matter achieved over time by building robust state institutions, integrating or neutralizing non-state armed actors, and establishing economic stability. The election is the beginning of the process of building a fully functioning state, not the end of it.
Thank you so much, my people. From me, from here, it is a wonderful good evening, good night, and good morning, depending on your time and your location. From me, from here, have a wonderful day.